What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all, welcome to Room 9 After Hours. I'm your host, me. And we have Q, Brittany, Slimmy, and Gemini the Gemini here right now with us tonight. How y'all doing? Y'all looking good?
Thank you. Good. How are you?
Good, good. Kim, where are you? You're somewhere new.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Wait, New York? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How's the weather up there? I'm sure it's not 100 degrees.
80s. Ugh, muggy too, I bet.
No, it wasn't bad.
Is it muggy
didn't
up
even
north?
feel 80, so. What?
Heck yes. It's humid as hell.
Mm-hmm. Very, very. What's up, Slimmy? How you doing? Good? Good. That's what's up. All right, y'all. Well, we got a good show for y'all tonight, as y'all can see from the title. So why don't we go ahead, jump right into this icebreaker? Get this show started. Let's go.
Something I learned in all my years of dealing with men as a 30-year-old woman is that most men do not like consent. They're very turned off by consent. And when I say that, that means that men are predatory. Okay? Men spend their dating life, their years of actively pursuing sex by trying to get women who do not want to sleep with them to sleep with them. Women who have either made it clear through verbal communication, body language, social cues that, hey, I don't want to have sex with you. That's not what I'm looking for. And men's exact verbiage is, I love a challenge. Men want to turn no's into yeses. That means that men do not respect boundaries. They do not respect the fact that that is not consent. That is coercion. And I noticed that when there are women who want to give you, want to satisfy your needs, want to do that equally, it's ill. How is it ill that another adult is willing and giving you the green light? That's ill, right? That's a turnoff because, oh, you're easy. Oh, you're a whore, da-da-da. But how is it not strange that a woman is very much showing you she does not want to sleep with you, and that makes you pursue more? That you're a predator. You're a fucking predator, and most men are like this. And then they mask it by saying, oh, like, I like women who aren't easy. Actually, sex as an adult, it shouldn't be a challenge. It shouldn't be this thing that you have to force and curate and work at and pick at somebody until they change their mind. If, as an adult, let's just say I wanted to sleep with somebody and they be like, oh, no, you would never, it would never be anything past that. But men are predatory because they hear a no and it excites them to be able to change somebody's mind. That's fucking scary. And I've talked to other women, and most women have had experiences where they have slept with a man just out of pure coercion, just out of pure being made to be guilty, being pushed and pushed and pushed into saying yes. That is fucking terrible. As a human being, The only thing that should turn you on is somebody wanting you back. If you are turned on by the fact that somebody does not want to sleep with you and you get them to sleep with you, you're a fucking predator.
Whoa. Okay. So now if a man chases you, they're a predator, according to this young lady. What do you guys think about that?
Women are fucking stupid.
I knew it. I knew it.
I couldn't get down with anything that she said. It's weird that she says that men are predators when like women have like great fantasies. So like if you just want to flip like the other side of that, and I just like I like a challenge. It's not because they want a challenge, it's because they don't believe you. It's not like you're gonna give it to them. You just want to make them work for it. Like they don't want to work for it. They just know you're lying. They know they're gonna have to put in a little more effort to have sex with you. Like no one wants to work for a vagina like that. Nobody. Like we're taking free yeses all day long. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be like, bet. That's it. We ain't even gotta go to dinner tonight. You're just gonna come over all GP and let me smash. Like, bet. I don't. Well, she's the woman, so I guess she got it from somewhere. Somebody did it too. I don't know. Women are just they're so dumb. They'll say anything. I don't believe her.
She said most men are like this. So
you shouldn't use words like that.
Yeah, she used a lot of very definitive words
Yeah.
while she was talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think most men,
coercion is a
and I'm
thing,
gonna use
though.
the definitive word. I think most men are good. So, and I don't think most men operate like that. Like maybe men like a real kink fantasy type thing. Like maybe those subset of men, but I think most men are good people.
Okay. What were you saying, Kimmy?
I think that women experience men differently than men experience men. Like coercion is a thing. It's common. And I think that a lot of it goes into what Q just said. He's like, he just doesn't believe you. Therein lies the problem. But with that being said, it's like we expect a man in his nature to go out and make things happen and get things done, in terms of, let's say, protecting and providing for his family and starting a business, being about his business. I don't think that behavior just turns off because the situation changes. So I think that's something that we as women need to be mindful of. Yes, they might, have some coercion going on. And I'm not saying that's cool, but it's also kind of their nature.
I mean, men are supposed to chase, right? Isn't that what we as women kind of expect them to do? In a way. I mean,
that's how I feel.
Yeah. I've always thought that way. What else you feel, Brittany? What you think about this? What she said?
She was, I ain't gonna lie, she was kind of just talking a lot. But I think, I definitely think that men are supposed to chase. I think women just don't like certain men chasing them. That's, you know what I mean? Like, if it was the right guy or the guy you like, they wouldn't care. But I mean, there's different type of men. So there might be some men who are predators. There might be some guys who are really just into you and really want to talk to you. And some men who chase women like that, they end up getting the woman. I've heard of stories where men actually end up finally like getting the woman, they get married. So it just depends. But I do think that we all experience men differently. So maybe she experienced something like that, but I think it's in a man's nature to chase.
Someone said in the chat, Steve Urkel is a predator. That made me laugh because if you think about it, it's like, he was the ultimate chasing somebody until
Okay, so let's say this, like words matter. In order for you to chase someone, they have to be running.
Right.
Why can't women just take men for who they are, listen, be open, and go from there? Like, why we gotta chase y'all? Like, this is so dumb. I don't understand. Like, why does it have to be so hard? Why are relationships so hard?
I don't think they are. I mean, to Brittany's point, if she wants to be with you, she will. That's not a chase.
Mm.
Do women like to be courted? Yes, but that's not a chase. If you're having to chase her down, she don't want you.
Right.
And and they said something about Steve Urkel being a predator. Well, I mean, he was very persistent, so I could see why somebody would say that. But I mean, would Laura not be a predator as well? Because the moment he changed, the moment he was with somebody, now she's trying to push up on him, like,
because that was her type.
Predatory too.
Mm.
Was that her type, or was Stefan her type?
Right. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
When he changed into Stefan, she was doing the chasing. So it's like,
that's
like,
crazy. We old as fuck talking about family matters.
Yeah, some people in the chat are like, "What? Who's Stefan?
Who the fuck is Stefan? Who's
Urkel?
Urkel.
Urkel. Stefan Urkel. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, I just think
What was,
tradition. Go ahead.
what was her, sorry, now that we're kind of talking about shows, what was her name? On the Parkers, what was her name? The mom?
Monique. Monique,
Yeah,
right?
how she was chasing Professor Ogilvy.
Oh, yeah. She was super in
Yeah,
love
but she
with
was touching him and all kinds of stuff. She was an actual predator.
Yeah.
She was doing the most.
Nowadays, that
Crazy
would
you
have been,
remember
she would have
that.
been in jail.
That's insane. You remember that.
Fact. Yeah, she was. I actually ran into him at this restaurant in Atlanta years ago called S3.E98. And it was just so random because when you see someone on TV, you remember them as like their character. I ain't gonna say who he was with, but it was just very random, and I was just like, okay, like it was just funny to me. I was like, not Professor Ogilvy, because I don't even know his real name.
Right.
But
I think people make coupling. I think they make it too. I think they make it too hard. I think women make it harder because men is pretty much going. Yeah, for the most part, men is going. But I think women like make it hard. Like even like this whole digital stuff, like the stuff that women say is not acceptable. Like a hop in the DMs is not okay. Like say more than hi, stick out. Like nigga, what?
Right. But by her
then,
definition, that'd be predatory, right?
Yes, and then like, well, by this
woman's definition,
yeah, it would be that. But that's from like my female friends who's doing this whole digital navigating thing. They hate it. They hate just normal hi. It's like, why can't a nigga just say hi to start up a conversation?
You know why? Because there's so many other people that say hi. So what separates you from them? Like you're not.
I don't care your reason. The reason is stupid. There's no reason that
you
hi.
Why? I'm telling you why.
It was rhetorical. It was rhetorical because there's no reason a hi shouldn't be good enough to get a conversation with a woman. Nigga, you say hi and left me on red because I only said hi. It's insane. And the fact that you gave me a reason when I was asked a rhetorical question is like proves my fucking point how stupid women are.
So you want them to say hi to everybody? Like
yes,
at what point,
yes.
when do you
unless
stop?
you don't like them, unless you don't like them, nigga. Unless you don't like them, or you can turn them down gently with something else. But y'all out here just acting.
I mean, what more do you want than a hi? If someone's trying to get you,
they want nigga marriage, nigga, through your fucking first DM, nigga.
I mean,
flowers and shit.
That's how most people introduce themselves. Hi, or how are you?
Hi.
You know.
Well, in public, that's what it starts out with. Like, hey, I'm this person. Like, why can't it work in your DMs?
Well, if you say
can't
hi,
call them cute, you can't call them beautiful. You can't say hi, beautiful. Like everyone calls me beautiful. Like what? This shit is dumb.
I don't know. Chasing should not be automatically predatory, y'all. Like that's part of dating, traditionally dating, right? Yeah. Often people are gonna like it's going to involve somebody pursuing another person. So, what were you saying, Slimmy? I'm sorry.
I was telling Quinn he shouldn't be saying that anyway. I
I
think
shouldn't be saying what.
that beautiful shit.
I
Cut
don't
that.
say that, but I just say for those who do, it's not okay.
Cut it. They shouldn't be saying that anyway. Like the problem is like I think a lot of women have disdain for men. And I think that's really what it is. They have a disdain for men because they don't know how to pick them. They don't know how to keep them. They don't know how to find them. So it causes them to be bitter. This shit is from bitterness. There's no way somebody that you rock with, you got them chasing. Like that doesn't make sense. If you like somebody naturally, you're going to attract them. They're going to be attracted to you. You're going to be attracted to them. You're trying to force situations with people that you don't really like because you want free meals, because you can't afford shit, because you broke. You a broke bitch. And this is what the majority of y'all be on. Y'all be trying to get free meals, going on dates with people y'all don't like. Like it's sad. You don't know how to date. It's sad, man. And you get into situations where you want to call men predators because they just doing the basic shit and they want to clap. Like it's obvious shit. And women don't have very good discernment. They don't know the difference between the dude that they don't know how to compartmentalize because they want everything from everybody, regardless if they like them or if they don't. They want everything from everybody. They want you to be the man that hold the door open for you, even if you're just a friend. They want everything from everybody. They don't know how to compartmentalize. So they get into situations where they haven't told this dude, hey, I'm not into you like that. We could just be friends. And this dude is in over pursuit. And now she's saying he's a predator because he was just doing what men naturally do, trying to get on. But you don't look at him like that.
Okay.
I think that the predator part comes in, especially what this girl was talking about. She said the women will say no and they will continue to pursue. So then if the man was to legitimately be labeled a predator, what would that behavior look like?
I think a predator, like a real life predator, to prey on someone, there's some level of lying and deceit to get the women. I would probably, if you want to really use like that word, I know women just throw around words, and I don't really think they know the meaning of them.
Yeah, such
you know
a
what
strong
I mean?
word.
Predator. You say what?
Predator is such a strong word, even to use for somebody who, maybe they tried to pursue you maybe more than once, or they really, they gave themselves a second chance to talk to you, and you gonna call them a predator? It's like, whoa. I don't know. She used a lot of strong words in that video.
I think I think insinuates there's like some harm gonna be done.
Yeah.
And like in some kind of I don't rock with any of the women that be down here in this corner. The woman right there, that's like, if you're right there, you're saying, and you're a woman, you said some dumb shit.
I mean, it used to be.
You can
say what?
Are you talking about me?
I think
no, the person below Molly.
Oh, the girl, the lady.
Yeah, the girl. Okay. If you're right there, you said some dumb shit.
But do y'all remember when playing hard to get was a thing? And it was kind of exciting a little bit.
But it was less.
Exciting
it was kind of like,
I mean, if you were
I'm gonna say this word and people are gonna jump. It's kind of like cheeky.
Did you say cheeky?
It was like, I don't know how to explain what it was. Like it wasn't. There was no like ill intent though. It was like a girl give you like a little smile and a cold shoulder, and she throw you some breadcrumbs, and then we went from there. It wasn't like nigga like a full on job interview in this bitch.
Well, I think that the difference now is that people really try to embarrass people. Like a lot of these women are wanting to embarrass dudes, or they want to put it out there so that it looks like they are better than they are. Like, you see how I talk to these people? Like, people are just mean. They're just rude and mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, none of this has to be a game. None of this has to be a chase. Do you like me? Circle one, yes or no.
Yeah, but you can't send that note twice. You know what I'm saying? If you do that twice, then you're borderline.
Why would you?
Persistence is, well, I mean, I don't know. I've seen people who ended up married where at first she didn't really like them. It's like, I'm not really feeling you, and then they end up, it keeps trying.
So you want to be with
have you
somebody
never
you
seen
had
The
to wear
Notebook?
down?
Have you never seen The Notebook, for God's sake?
I don't have movie memory. You can't.
No, it's just that's literally what that movie is about. That whole persistence got that man married for 90 years till they literally died together in the bed. So anyway, sorry. But I don't know. I just feel like it's nowadays, like we said earlier, people like Urkel would have been considered a predator. And I mean, that's unfortunate. Molly, what do you think? Did you hear the video?
I heard it. I agree with it. Well, whatever. Men are the apex predator. Yes. I'm happy the brainwashing is starting to come off of some women and they're starting to learn and realize. But like Kimberly said, this is their nature. This is their nature.
Right.
So they are predators, and then sometimes it's like, sir, read the room. Sometimes persistence can get you what you want, but if all you're trying to get is the draws, and she knows that, and you won't kind of like back up a little bit, yeah, you probably are a predator. Like, you probably are. But at the same time, I don't think women get coerced unless you're just getting raped. I don't think women get coerced to sleep with these men. You just did it because he tested your boundaries to see if you had any, and at some point you didn't. So I think that's where women have to be accountable. We can't always blame them if we're going to open our legs for them. I mean, but men, I think men are meant to pursue women, but when it starts to become super thirsty and weird and desperate, it's definitely predator. Definitely. So I don't
I don't
know.
know. You made me think about something when you said that women don't get coerced. And now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, if you have your car or your house and somebody asks you over and over and over again if they can have it, you're just going to continue to say no. So why do you say yes when it's your body? If you were to ask this same girl, she would be like, well, he just wouldn't stop asking. Okay, well, the same person won't stop asking for your car or your house. You're not going to stop saying no.
They don't value their pom pom like that. That's why. I mean, but that's kind of one of, like, if you're gonna be dealing with a man, you have to understand that that's the nature
But
of a
it's
human
but it's
male.
not though. I don't think men are apex predator just because we're stronger. I don't think that makes us a predator. Like, I don't
I
think
mean,
most men prey on anything.
look at the state of the world. The world is literally ran on human trafficking. Look at the state of the world, and it's men like
There's
leading
girls
the
too.
way.
Shout out to
These
Ghislaine Maxwell.
wars,
Shout out to Giselle
we still
Maxwell.
got a
Like,
male president. I mean,
but you said predator. Like, predator means like you're harming people. Like, innately men prey to harm people, and I don't think that's the case for most men.
I do. Well, maybe not to harm necessarily, but I mean, a lot of
Well,
most
that's what
harm,
the
even to
word
other
prey
men,
insinuates.
is
Like,
for men.
you're harming somebody.
I mean, men do harm people. I just think men like self-awareness, because getting self-awareness for a man means that they have to do a lot of internal work that they avoid. And I understand why it could be avoided. Sometimes you can't be doing all.
I think
But
I
I
think
mean, I
I
don't think
think
women are wrong for bringing up the fact that they're noticing certain things.
I think humans lack self-awareness. I don't think it's just it's a man thing.
Then y'all would understand why women see y'all as predators if y'all did not lack self-awareness.
We know that you guys use buzzwords to get your shit off, and predator is one of them.
I mean, it is what it is.
It's
Y'all are
incorrect.
we're still human animals at the end of the day.
We're human animals.
Yes. We're animals because we have on clothes and we're
Are we
talking. That
human
don't
or are
change
we
the fact that
animals?
we're animals. It
We
doesn't
can't
change
be
the fact that men
human
still have hunter brain.
animals. I can't make that make sense in my head.
I mean, you said I'm sure you eat meat like other animals in the animal
Am I a
kingdom who
human
probably
or
eat
am I an
meat.
animal?
You're an animal,
Human,
but the species is Homo sapien.
but what's a human
Okay,
animal?
you.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I can't imagine what it's like to be a man in the dating world. Like, you guys are told to be confident, approach the women, pursue them, but don't give up too easily. And then at the same time, you guys are always being warned, you know, that one unwanted pursuit could get you, you know, can make you look threatening. I couldn't navigate that. I don't think. I'd just stay inside and stay away from women.
Because
Because they're
women
not
lack
dating for marriage;
self-awareness.
they're dating for hookups.
They
So I
lack
mean, it is kind of
self-awareness. They don't
predator.
realize how many things that they're projecting off at certain times amongst women. They don't realize what they're projecting off. So it all becomes contradictory.
Right.
And all these different narratives out here at once. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Then when you do it, then when you don't do it, you're too passive. Then when you do it, you're a predator.
Right.
If you don't do it enough, you're an incel. If you overdo it, you're gay. It's just too many things where women have an issue with every last thing that men do. You never hear men complaining about this unless it actually affects them completely, when they start talking about child support, when they start talking about divorce court, when they start talking about the accusations of great SA. Like, that's when men complain. That's what men complain about. Women are literally complaining about everything that happens in the dating pool that was normal. These were normal things. I've been seeing the most ridiculous shit on the internet. Women will complain about chivalry. They'll say, man, I don't feel like he should be opening my door for me. I think he's doing too much. He a square. What? It's just, none of this shit adds up. None of it makes sense. But because they want to push all these narratives, and I believe personally, most women have a disdain for men. They only deal with them because they want to get a nut and they want to get some money.
Well, how are men supposed to recognize that line so that they don't get themselves in trouble? You know?
Oh man,
Be with who wants to be with you.
Once you see a woman where she start having inconsistencies, just get rid of her, man. Just get rid of her. Seriously. Just get rid of her. Like, because it's gonna cost you later on down the line.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you. Heavy. Just get rid of them.
I think it should be fairly simple for a man who's self-aware. He generally can take care of himself. He's kind, and I think most women should just say yes to
Yeah,
that.
I would agree with you up until the point you said just be kind. Don't be kind. Don't be nice. Don't be kind. Don't be nice.
What are
Because
women saying yes to?
kindness will be taken for weakness. It doesn't matter in what facets of life. Kindness is always taken as weakness. It's just the truth.
Think that should probably be most humans' default is to be kind.
No, but I'm talking about when we're talking about the dating aspect of things. Don't be kind. Don't be kind. Don't be overly generous. Don't do the things that you're supposed to do as a man, but also have a barrier there. It has to be a barrier to entry to see who you really are. Don't show all this kindness. Don't show all this generosity so early on. Let her work for that shit. Let her show you that she's worthy of that. Because once you start showing her that you're going to be kind, that you're going to be a nice guy, 9 times out of 10, it's going to backfire on you. I ain't going to even say 9 times. I'll say 7 times out of 10, it'll backfire on you.
I think when any man approaches a woman, like, the bar should be that she's kind and sweet as well, and you should be that way to her and have her change her mind. But there should be like generally this is what women are when I approach them, not make them work for things. I don't think like the extravagant things, yes, but kind, working for something that's like innate in humans. I don't think that should be worked for when approaching other humans.
Well, you just said what I said in a different way. I said just don't go over the top. Don't be overly generous. Just keep it at a bare minimum. What you have to do to be a man. Courtesy, common courtesy is. I'm not saying don't have common courtesy. I'm saying don't be kind. Don't be overly generous. Like a lot of guys, they will do everything once they get up the first date. They'll do everything. You could meet a chick. Let's say you meet a chick at the zoo. You meet her there. Y'all been chopping it up. You trying to get a date. Then on the first date, you bring her roses. Tell her to get everything on the fucking menu. That's being kind.
Yes, and you should do that.
No, you should absolutely.
Bringing flowers is not over. That's sweet. Like, if you want this woman, you should be inclined to do things that please women generally. And women like flowers.
Love it.
Like, what the fuck?
Not on the first date.
See my
Don't ever do that.
Hell yeah, I love them.
Don't do that.
First date, last date.
No, absolutely
every
not.
date.
No, absolutely not. Don't do that
for
shit.
no reason date.
Don't do that shit. No. Do that shit randomly. Do that shit randomly with somebody you really rock with. Don't do that shit for these women that you just going on dates.
Is random.
Don't do that.
Flowers.
Don't do that. Don't, man. See, this is why the barrier to entry, women, they gonna start feeling overly entitled because you start at a level that you cannot keep up. That's why I'm saying you make them work. You make them work their way up the ladder in what you do as generosity. The things that you consider being generous, don't just go all the way out. I don't understand why we making this shit so hard.
You can go to the supermarket and buy some
doing
flowers.
What women doing, making it hard. You said don't be kind to them. Don't give them flowers.
Flowers are so cheap.
Flowers, girls.
That's the cheapest things you can do for a woman.
You said don't be kind was the first thing that you said.
Listen. I said on the first date, don't go out giving her all these flowers. Don't go out doing shit like that. You're not listening. Don't do that shit. The first thing you said was, I said be kind, and you said no, don't be kind. That was the first thing you said. Yeah, okay, but you can't keep glossing. You can't keep going back to that. I explained why I said that. I also,
what's wrong with bringing something sweet on the first date?
No, nigga, no.
Insane.
No, yo, listen, man. Why are you going? All right, first off, your first date. I keep telling y'all, keep your costs low. So you're going to get her a trinket that's $45. You already then went past your budget that you should have been spending on this hoe.
Your budget, nigga, not mine.
Oh, that should be anybody's budget.
It ain't my budget,
This
nigga.
is the problem. Y'all niggas be going all the way out for women that you probably never going to see again. That's dumb.
I'm not of the mindset, like, I will do what I need to do to get a woman. And once she shows me that she's not deserving of that, then I'll stop. And then I'll just cut my losses.
Okay, so why don't you just keep the barrier to entry at a certain level and then start doing things? That way you don't even have to worry about stopping.
Because generally there's some bad bitches, and bad bitches like flowers.
Oh yeah, see, this is the shit that I'm talking about. No, man, you treat everybody the fucking same. I don't give a fuck if it's a bad bitch, if she a mud duck with a fat ass. Treat them all the fucking same.
Oh no, mud ducks don't get flowers.
Nobody get flowers until they work for it, dog. That's the problem.
Slimmy will never be accused of being a predator.
Don't pedestalize no pussy, dog. Like, I don't get it.
Pussy is not even on the menu yet. We're talking first date.
That means it's on the menu because they didn't got them a date in their brain. In predator brain, that means yes.
No. Slow down. You don't understand. You don't grasp it. I get it. Women are stupid.
Flowers are $15 to $20.
Let me do this. Let me do this so you can. No.
Slow down on the stupids.
Right.
So when Gwen says it is, now you want to take it personal.
No, y'all have.
Now you want to take it personal.
Y'all have to use 2 of your stupid cards tonight.
No,
you only get one more.
I didn't even say nothing about y'all. I said women are stupid.
Well,
I get it. Let me break it down for you.
But you said it after.
Let me break it down.
Something which made it seem like you were
man, hey, listen. It's been plenty of things said up here. Don't start doing this.
We're not talking about the past. We're talking about right now.
Come on. No. Stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Notes of who said what.
Stop,
like
man.
I can do that.
Stop, man. Because I ain't hear nobody's.
I think men should do what they want to do.
I'm not done. I wasn't done talking, ma'am. I wasn't done talking. Hold on.
I thought it was like 20 minutes. My bad.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Because I was trying to prove a point. Because you clearly didn't understand. When I'm saying pedestalizing the pussy, I'm talking about the woman themselves. Don't pedestalize no woman. That's what you want me to say? Let me keep it PG so y'all can understand. Don't pedestalize a woman just because you think she looks better than the next. Treat them all the same. I don't understand what was so hard to understand about that, but okay.
We get it now. Thank you for your explanation.
I understand. You can't even say good morning to this guy.
Right?
I understand that you ain't fucking with no flowers and shit. Nigga, you can't get morning with the flowers or some shit.
I get women flowers. I'm saying I'm gonna make you work for that shit. I get women flowers. You're not listening. You want to push a narrative. Y'all continue to want to push narratives and you don't listen. I said, don't do that on the first date. The first date. Don't do things that you can't continue. Like you gonna get her flowers. You gonna get her flowers every time you see her. That's stupid.
They ain't but $4.98 at Walmart.
They so cheap. They at the grocery store. They cheaper than the groceries.
Oh my fucking God. What is a woman gonna do with flowers every time you see her?
I love flowers
every time. Decorate her home.
Put them in my house.
She need to buy that shit then. Your house need to be decorated before I come along. Your house need to be decorated before I come along.
But then if we can afford our own flowers, we're masculine.
No, you're not making sense.
Fresh ones.
Why man, y'all bugged out, man. Y'all bugged out, dog. This is crazy. Never get a woman flowers every time you fucking see her, man.
Nobody said every time. You don't have to do it every time.
Not every time.
You were talking about the first date. And I'm not even a flower girl. Like, I only like sunflowers. And I'm not like the type to need flowers. But I don't think it's doing the most of if you're really like checking for her and if y'all are checking for each other and y'all decide to go on a date and you just so happen to bring her some flowers, I don't think that's setting a standard of like, oh my God, like I'm about to be breaking
every day.
I don't think that's that big of a deal, personally.
But I think every man is
different. I don't think every guy's the same. So I feel like if you don't want to bring the chick flowers, don't. If you want to, I don't really see nothing wrong with that. If you could afford some flowers, get her some flowers. If you don't want to, don't. Like, every guy's not the same. It's not that serious.
I feel like men
don't
have
listen to women telling you that.
Chicks, make sure y'all appreciative of whatever he brings you. I will say that. Like, at least be appreciative of it.
Right.
So
I
don't like flowers. If I bought flowers, I'm going to be appreciative of them. So
what we saying, Q?
I think men have gotten to the point like this whole sim thing, like anything you do for a woman is too much at this point. And I don't think that's okay. I think generally women are sweet. Generally, most women are sweet. I think generally most humans are kind as a baseline. And y'all just coming out here like y'all set the bar too low at what you expect from this human when you meet him. It's like, hey, you're in hell. You got to work your way up out of hell type shit. You know what I mean? And that shouldn't be the case. Like right here in the middle is good enough and we go up and down from there. But you put bitches in hell and be like, get out for these flowers, my nigga. It's insane.
I don't know what this nigga talking about. Like this nigga just talking and he's talking from a feminine point of view. Stop this shit. Don't listen to this nigga right you.
Crazy.
Don't listen to this nigga. Don't listen to this nigga, man. Don't listen to niggas like Quentin. He go all out and then he be talking and he sit up here and
go all out.
We done heard you 1,000 times sit up here and say you wish you didn't do that. You don't have to speak. I don't give a fuck what you think about what I say.
Jeez,
you know what? Y'all got it.
It's just funny to me at this point. I don't even care.
Let me come back, please.
It's just an icebreaker. We ain't got to be that.
Right.
You don't have to say shit though. You don't have to do that shit, man. I don't understand why y'all feel the fucking need to say something every time I'm speaking.
We all do it. What's the next topic, Amy?
I don't. When I cut people off, I back down. Thanks.
We kind of
anyway, but I just feel like it's just like this 2026 people, maybe it's because y'all always think he's from Oklahoma, so I'm gonna use Molly's card. I'm from Oklahoma, and half the stuff, like, ain't no girl from Oklahoma ever try to run me from my pockets for nothing. It'd be y'all women in the big cities outside Oklahoma that want something from me. These Oklahoma women, they don't like. Even my chick now, she just wants me to be sweet. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you go somewhere, ask me if I want something too, type of shit. Like, she don't want nothing extravagant, and she just expects me to be kind and sweet and considerate. That's it. Generally, I just take care of shit just because I'm a dude and not like my pride, even if I wouldn't want to. My pride won't let me not do certain things because I'm a dude, but like, it's not that hard. It's not. And like, I'll be honest. I talked to my homeboy today, and I'm like, look, let's be honest. Like, any relationship I've been in, like, nigga, I fucked some shit up. Like, I'm the one getting left. I'm not leaving people. If you want to be honest about the shit. So it's not hard.
I don't think that it's even a geographical thing. It's just, it varies by person. And I don't think that it's difficult to suss out that a person only wants you for whatever it is they only want you for. And if that's not okay with you, stop trying to breeze past those red flags and move on. Like, I think a lot of times people just, like, let's say you do buy the flowers the first 2 or 3 times. Now you feel like you have a sunk cost and you're like, well, I need to recoup my costs. And now you're still in, like, let it go. Let that $40 go. Just let it go and keep it moving.
Right. I don't know. I think that women have historically romanticized men's persistence, and then now they've kind of moved the goalpost on men. I don't think that's fair.
I think the
personally
brainwashing
like to
is
be
coming
chased.
off.
Social media.
I don't know.
Well, not just social
Let me
media.
get straight.
It's
I
Disney
do know
movies. Women have had this
some
going on since Disney.
Right.
No, I'm
I
saying
do
like
understand there's some
Brainwashed.
women out here with higher than normal expectations of, like, unrealistic expectations of men. I do know that's a thing, but
Mhm.
that's what
don't go into like the relationship or the interaction thinking that. And I think most men on the internet, I think, like, they go into like interactions with women thinking like, I heard this, so this is how women are, and all, and she has to show me she's not that. And I don't
That's
think
why I don't
that.
even know. Sorry, go ahead,
No,
Quentin.
you good. You good. What's up?
Well, that's why I don't know why women groom other women to be super male centered. I have to cook and clean and be the perfect example of what a woman is, but they already see you as what they see you as, a woman. That's why I think that women should not be so focused about what men want and what they think, because these men look at you as a woman. That's it. Until you prove them otherwise, that you're not a whore or whatever else that they think women are, evil, whatever men program themselves to think women are. I don't. That's These women can keep being delusional, but I'm proud of the women who are letting the brainwashing come off and realizing, this is just, you have to accept human natures as men and women, I think, if you're going to be in a relationship. And I do think, even though some of these older generations were not honest about relationships and how they worked, secretly they kind of like understood each other's nature and they kind of just made it work. So, but now men are voicing their opinion about women, women are voicing their opinion about men. Y'all gonna let the internet keep y'all single, or do you want to experience something?
Right.
So that's just how I feel with men and women. You can't, yes, men are apex predators, but find one that's kind and will not hurt you, but he has the capability of hurting somebody that would hurt you. You know, so it's levels to it, I think, personally.
And I think like most men will call themselves masculine, and I think like part of being that was what you said. You have to have it in you to fuck somebody up. And I don't think I don't think most men have that.
You know, I saw somebody in the chat just now say that women want women. And that makes sense. I think that women want the behavior of a woman in a man. Men want the behavior of a man in women. And that's where we all messed up. Like women are like, just be romantic and light candles. And men are like, don't be emotional and don't cry and don't do this. And everybody's looking for the same sex at the end of the day. I mean, like the same sex in the opposite sex. And that's why this isn't working.
That's not true.
Some men do say things like that though.
Well, like, what she said, she said that women want this from men, and then the opposite, she said men don't want this. So that's not the truth. That's not the truth.
No, I said
that doesn't mean we don't want stuff. We don't want manly stuff from women. Just because we don't want y'all to be emotional, don't mean we want manly stuff from women.
But that's a woman's nature for the most part.
But it doesn't mean we want manly stuff from women. Like it's not the
but
truth.
You don't want a woman to do the womanly things. Oh, she tripping, she nagging.
Tell me,
she's
what
emotional,
do we want from a woman that's manly? Not what we don't want.
I didn't say that you want them
what
to be
manly.
I'm saying you don't like the feminine things about women. Oh, she got makeup all over the bathroom. She got hair on the floor. Do you want a bald woman or what?
You don't have to have that. What you call this freaking bathroom is pristine. So you don't have to have all of that. That's being clean. No, that's a human thing. That's not a gender thing, being clean. I'm just saying, you ain't gotta have hair and makeup all over the damn place just because you a chick. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that women do. Most women do these things, and y'all are like, I hate when women do this. I hate when women do that. Women are this. Women are that.
It's probably me. That's an age thing because every older day houses nigga ain't like it ain't lived in, like ain't a thing got a place. They fucking wipe they fucking mirror when they get out of it. There ain't no soap scum on the shower. They get the little squeegee thing. Y'all niggas is just dirty shit.
Oh God.
Because every time you call me, what am I doing? Exactly.
You said it. You said that's all women. I'm just speaking to your point. If that's all women, y'all niggas is nasty.
That doesn't mean that when I get ready to go out, if I'm in a hurry, I'm not going to leave makeup all over the place. When I come back, yes, I am going to clean it up and it's going to be spotless.
Walk it back.
Might be about 10 outfits thrown all over the bed until I come back home.
Well, that's fine.
Exactly. Then I got it.
All right, y'all. Well, that was a good conversation. Nice little icebreaker. Let's read these super chats before we move on to the next subject. All right. Kais MD sent $20, said, women don't like to see men happy, flat out. KLA, the Wanderer, sent $10, said, my dreams was for an attractive woman to chase me. But now if an attractive woman start to chase me, I'm suspicious because they want something.
Why can't they just want you?
Well, he says no one time. Gotta stop her. It's predatory. Checking vids online sent $1.99, said Molly has the cynicism of a supervillain.
Facts.
Checking in vids online sent $1.99, said y'all have to have some hope in humanity.
Facts.
I do.
TLG sent $5, said, Mimi, during your tenure as moderator, who has been your favorite panelist? Oh, no. I don't do favorites. I love everyone equally.
Lies.
It's the truth.
Big cap.
I do, really. I wouldn't want anybody gone at all.
He didn't say gone. He said who your favorite.
Yeah, you just saying. Like, I could choose. I love everyone equally is what I'm trying to say.
You whine equally, nigga.
I'm the mother hen. I love all my children. Modern Talk 25 cent 4.99 said, this is why I say they need to pursue men for reasons like this. Because women say BS like this, but then they say men are scary for not pursuing. U.S. Army retired sent $10. Hi, Brittany. I would buy you roses or sunflowers each and every time we meet. Also, I won't put a price limit on our first date from 29 Palms, California. Oh,
yeah. I have a man, but I appreciate it. That was sweet. And shout out to the West Coast.
That was a great answer.
That was. Daddy in the Caddy sent $5. Said that makeup all over the floor shiznit is precise. Did I miss something?
I was trying to figure out what Slimmy just said.
I said that nigga a simp.
Oh, God.
Golly. It's okay to like women.
Yeah.
We're not talking about liking women. We're not talking. That wasn't about liking women. That was obsessive. That was excessive.
That was him being
if he's standing outside her window. Is he standing outside your window?
The great debate.
Daddy in the Caddy sent $5. Said that makeup all over the floor shiznit is precisely why I'm glad I have my 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. She got her own bathroom and I got my own home office. Megatron NYC sent $2. Said, by that logic, Pepe Le Pew is a predator. Ooh, the ultimate predator.
He was, though.
He was awful. He sniffed her and yeah, she was running away from him.
Kissing all on her.
Did he harm her in any way?
He was painting his skunk stripe
he
black.
Was giving unwanted sexual advances.
I loved Pepe Le Pew. I ain't gonna, but I'm a romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic. I just think it's romantic. I'm sorry.
This is insane.
Did he grab her up?
I loved it when I was a kid. It was my favorite cartoon. I'm not gonna lie.
He's
just
insane.
Saying. Pepe Le Pew was the man. All right. Oh, let me read this last one before we move on. MK Dice sent $5. Says Slimmy been so angry these past few weeks, like he's backed up. What? Nope, not reading that.
I don't think
I'm done with y'all.
Reading that after you read it is great.
No, there was more. There was more. There was
that
more.
Bitch ass nigga.
That was
I'll show you angry. I'll show you angry.
Nice. All right, we're gonna move on to the next subject. Here we go.
My partner came inside me without my consent. We had agreed that we were pulling out. I was shocked. I was confused.
According to UK law, if a man ejaculates in a woman and they both discussed that he wouldn't, it still falls under the premise of rape.
And who has the time to write that into the law? You actually work in law, so tell me, who actually sits down and goes, yo, we're going to carve out this? When did that become a law?
And for me,
would you feel great? Would you feel great if you said to a man, yo, I'm going to give you this thing tonight, yeah? You can, I'm sorry if I'm speaking. Let me speak in a less colloquial way.
No, go on, organic. Talk how you talk.
If you said to a man, you can come tech this, yeah? You can come and tech this in Tottenham tonight. I got
Excuse me, hello. Okay, you're doing too much now.
No, I'm joking. But basically, you said to a man, it's on tonight, yeah? I'm putting my professional hat off and we're getting it. But
I could keep my professional hat.
Okay, say no more. You've done it professionally, but you said to a man, it's going on the condition of you can't bust. Say the man gets so caught up in the hysteria, the excitement of your body, yeah, and he does bust. Will you feel raped? That's what I want to know. Let's personalize this now.
Again, this is based on me. No, I would not feel raped because I am a very pragmatic, logical thinker. Yeah. And the reason why I am logically more inclined in this area is because, firstly, I'm not just going to have unprotected sex with
anybody. But
I wouldn't have sex with anyone. But
it's a husband, though.
Okay, not even necessarily. Yeah, but husband loosely in Married at First Sight. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
But okay, this is my thing. Regardless of what the law says, I think women, and this is not victim shaming, but women need to understand cause effect.
Yeah.
Now, if you are willing to have sex with somebody unprotected, there is a likelihood that some ejaculation may take place.
Whoa. Y'all think it should be illegal for a man to ejaculate if he said he wasn't going to?
Prove it. Prove he said it.
And what about
it should be illegal to have casual sex then, if that's the case. Sorry, go ahead, Kimberly.
No, I'm in agreement. I saw somebody, I've been reading the chat. Somebody said it's a violation. Yes, it's a violation. Is it rape? Absolutely not. Right. Absolutely not. And that I can't foresee that being an actual law and actually enforceable and make sense. Now, granted, I'm not a man, so I don't know what kind of control y'all got, but
not much.
None. I would imagine that
same amount you got, nigga. Shit, when you don't push us the fuck off when you know it's coming, shit.
I'd imagine that sometimes it just get away from you. So I mean, like, what are you supposed to do about that? I mean, realistically speaking, you understand that these are the kind of things that are a risk you take if you engage in that behavior.
Right.
It is what it is.
This had to be a law coming from women. And it just like, of course, a woman would be the first to say, I can get pregnant from pre-cum. So like,
that's what I was thinking.
Women can get pregnant from penetration. That's the point of sex. I
don't subscribe to that. I'm just saying that for the sake of argument. Like pre-cum happens, you get pregnant. Like now I'm going to jail for rape. That's crazy.
That's what I was saying. Like, what about pre-cum? Like he didn't anytime you have unprotected sex, I think both parties
there's a risk.
You're pretty much saying I'm okay with having a baby if that happens. Like that's just to me what that means. So if you're claiming that, or if there's a law saying that that's rape, then I just think that's dumb. That doesn't make any sense.
Let me be clear. I do 1,000 believe in the pull-out method. I think it's tried and true and it's proven.
It is a birth control method.
I remember having a conversation. There was like me. I was like 22. There was like this 35-year-old man, 47, all the way up to 70. It was like 5 of us at a table. And this came up. And not near one of us, it was over 200 years of fucking, then got nobody pregnant for some damn pre-cum.
But how do you know?
Because I got somebody pregnant and I knew I fucking let a full load in that bitch. Like, what you mean?
Right. But how do you know that the pregnancy didn't come from the pre-cum and it actually came afterwards? I mean,
they don't.
Because I had a whole bunch of sex unprotected. It ain't not one person got pregnant from me pulling out and putting it on their thigh. It ain't ever happened. Ever.
Almost choked.
But y'all sperm do swim. It swims. So if you don't want to get pregnant, don't have sex. That's the only 1,000% way to
that's all.
Prevent it. But if a penis is going into a vagina, you are taking a risk. I think rape is more if the man takes the condom off and y'all don't know. Well, you as a woman don't know. I think that is true. You could consider that rape or unconsensual, but you still are opening up your legs to him. So
I think it would be rape.
I think hookup culture is dying, personally.
So go ahead, Brittany.
You think it's dying?
I think hookup culture is dying, and I think these conversations and then the swipe left, swipe right. Yes, hookup culture is dying. People are either gonna have to quit complaining about it if they're gonna hook up, or y'all gonna have to get married, be monogamous. I don't know. I think hookup culture though is slowly starting to fizzle out.
I don't think so. But anyway, Brittany, what were you?
I don't think so. But anyway,
I do.
No, because I wanted Brittany to finish her thought.
Rome didn't collapse overnight. Rome took 300 or so years to collapse. But I do think that we're seeing the end of hookup culture. Women are starting to become even confused about what's rape and what's not at this point. And men are saying, well, what's the point of even pursuing women? I think that is hookup culture dying out, but that's just
it's not women.
me.
Women
I think
don't
that's
engage
why
in
there
hookup.
is hookup culture.
I think
Women
hookup
don't
culture is
engage
the
in
result
hookup
of
culture.
birth control in the
Hookup
1960s. That's what I think it
women
came from personally.
women don't engage in hookup culture. Whores do. And I think most women worth their vagina. They don't. I don't think most women do that. I think most women, fuck y'all, what y'all believe. I think most women for their lifetime, they probably raised about 8 to 10 bodies for a lifetime. I know y'all niggas don't I don't want to hear nobody's mouth.
No, so
I
here's
think
the
most
thing.
women are 8 to 10 bodies for that, and that's probably on the high side.
I don't know. The only reason why I would
but that's
disagree
only
with
because of the
that.
people that I know.
You say what?
I was saying that I agree. That's only because of the people that I know. But I watched something the other day, and this girl was like, "Yeah, I probably slept with like 25 by the time I graduated high school."
But she's a whore. She's
like,
not the
what?
average. There's
I
generally
don't know.
But I hear a lot of that though. In women in their 30s, I'm hearing they got like they in the 60s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not even I'm just telling you what I hear. Like that's the thing. Like you hear women all the time. I hear women on all these shows talking about, oh, my body count is this. It's like, how? You just hit 18. Why do you already have 12 bodies at 18? Like that already to me is setting the like, so by the time you're 20, it's gonna be probably triple that. Like, I don't know. I don't foresee hookup culture dying off anytime soon. I feel like there's I don't know. I don't see that, but maybe. But I was just gonna say that I do think that I think I would only call something rape when one of the parties does not want to have sex. If you're laying down having sex and let's say he has a condom and he takes it off and you don't know, I think that's a violation. I wouldn't still call that rape, but I definitely think that you should be I think that should be something where you can get locked up for that because it's like we consented to have sex, but I didn't say take no condom off. So that should be like some sort of and it might be in a lot of places, but nonetheless, I don't think that it's considered rape because y'all both still laid down. Rape to me is when one party says no and you force yourself on them. I think that's what rape is. So
I agree.
Or you drug them.
And I like that you didn't say a
sleep with
woman.
them.
I like
think
that you
that's rape.
said a person.
Yeah, because it could be a man or a woman. In fact, yeah.
Right. But yeah, I totally agree. If there's going to be a law about it, then there needs to be a different word because rape ain't it. Like that because when we hear rape, we have certain thoughts and there's a connotation behind it. Taking a condom off is not that.
SA is probably a better word for what it would be.
I don't think so. Because I still think that, in your mind, you're thinking that that's aggressive.
Spitting on someone is assault. So ejaculating in someone unwanted would probably be assault. I would say
I still think there needs to be another word. Like there needs to be a more word for that. Because again, when we think sexual assault, we have certain thoughts and ideas about that. And I would hate, and I'm just thinking like, let's say I have this 20, 30-year-old son, he's taking his condom off and now he's charged with sexual assault. In my mind, I'm like, oh my God, he did something terrible. Not to say that taking the condom off isn't terrible, but it's not what I thought it was.
Yeah,
well, what you thought don't matter.
That's
not what matters in the law. It's what the law. What you thought don't fucking matter. This is what it is. What you thought. What you're saying. Fuck your thoughts. It's just assault is assault. Spitting on someone is assault. Sexual assault. There's reason. There's degrees of sexual assault. Sexual assault could be I touched your booty. Just because you're putting some big grandiose thing on it, that's a you problem.
Don't y'all think this opens up a lot of doors?
I'd rather it be more clean cut.
This would open up a lot of doors. Like, what if a woman tells a man that she's on birth control, but she knows she's lying, and then they have sex?
Assault.
You know what I'm saying? Is that considered? Are we going to consider that to be some kind of assault?
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
No,
as it should be, right?
No, it's crazy.
Because I said the same thing. I think if a man takes the condom off and y'all are having sex, y'all don't have sex. You can't be mad that you were stupid enough to have sex. I think a man trusting a woman saying, I'm on birth control and she's not, and a woman trusting that the man won't pull the condom off, I don't see the difference. Y'all both are having sex. If we go
But
back
you're
to
trying to be
realizing the purpose of
responsible.
sex is procreating a human being, we won't be so thrown off guard when something happens.
No, that's true. But if
Like when
you
y'all
have
are
in
trying to
your
have
mind
sex for
that
fun and the whole purpose of sex is literally to create a life.
that's true, but if I say
but
I want to try to be responsible, if we're gonna just have fun and have sex, but I want to try to do it responsibly. That's why they have all these different type of birth controls in the world. So if I'm saying we're using a condom and we start off using it and you just slide it off and I don't know,
you're stupid though.
It's not the same thing as a woman lying to a man saying I'm on birth control.
They're both birth control. Look,
I can't see
condoms
that.
are a birth control method, and if he takes off that birth control method, I don't see a difference between that and a woman lying about being on birth control. Y'all are still having sex with each other. If y'all are having sex with each other out of wedlock, take the STD that might come with it, take the baby that might come with it, because you're having sex. Maybe don't do it for fun.
I get
Maybe at one point this is why they created marriages or people like bonding and becoming a couple, because it kind of stops conversations like this from happening to begin with.
Part of the bonding is the sex, and we can have sex
There are other ways to bond.
without the
But y'all say y'all don't
expectation
bond
of a
through
bonding.
sex.
And come again?
Men claim they don't bond through sex. So
who said that?
These males. We
No,
don't
I
have
think that
we don't have sex for the same reasons women do. We don't see sex the same way women do. But now y'all bond through sex.
No, they don't see
men
it the
have sex for pleasure.
same
Women's
with
bodies are
randoms.
pleasure to men. Your body as a woman is pleasure to a man. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, but if
Or
you're
if he want to have a
if
baby, you're gonna
I agree with
hold
that
you'll be the container
I
for his
don't.
child. That's
I
it.
don't.
Women think they're way more important to men. Stop thinking you're so
the
I
important.
bonding
think
part
that
is
if
more
you
for the
guys are
woman.
in a relationship, it can absolutely be used as a bonding tool. What they're saying is they have the ability to turn that bonding off. They have the ability to turn the
How do you
love
turn it on
off.
and off like a light switch? How do men do that? I don't think
How do you turn
humans
any
operate like
emotion
that.
off?
They compartmentalize
They
it.
how they say that they don't bond through sex the way women do. They bond through going through something with you more so than they will bond with you because you're
In
giving them
addition
sex.
to, in lieu
I'm just
of,
saying. How many of these side chicks waiting on their man or waiting on somebody's husband to leave their wife for them because of the
Well,
sex?
they're just
No,
stupid.
he got more going on with his wife outside of sex. That's why he ain't left her.
But he might do that with his wife. He might bond through sex with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he ain't
Because
left her.
that's his wife. It's not because he bonded through sex. Y'all really
I don't think I don't think every man bonds with every woman in sex. Some men are just trying to get a nut off. Like let's be for real. I don't think they're bonding with women
most
every
men
time.
are.
I think women might be bonding more with men. Hence why when a man just uses you for sex and you're still in your feelings about it, because he wasn't looking at it the same way you were. But if you are, like Kimmy said, in a relationship or a marriage and you guys have sex, I think that can be a way for you as a couple to bond, because I do think that it's not just about lust in that moment. Like when a man is just sleeping with a side chick or something, that's more of a lustful act opposed to
That means
you
it's
being
still
in
sex.
love with somebody.
He bonding or no? Like what we doing here? These
It's
men can
not
have
the
100
same,
bodies
though.
and have 100 bodies and say, well, it doesn't have
And
an
I don't think they
impact on
bonding
me.
with them.
They don't think a woman can have 100 bodies and think it's not going to impact them.
Because they can.
Impact the man?
I mean, you're
So
allowing
this is what I'm
somebody
saying.
inside your body.
Men's whole makeup, genetic makeup, they're even down to their nervous system is not the same as women's. I don't think that they bond through sex. That if you see sex as pleasure, I don't think you're always bonding through it. I think it's just
on the
something to
panel.
do. It's a stress
So you
relief.
don't?
It's just something to do.
Who's
I'd rather
not seeing
ask
sex as
men,
pleasure?
like, do
Why
y'all
are
bond
you
through sex?
doing it if it's not pleasurable?
Some of these women are not saying that they're orgasm or having orgasms, but they're still sleeping with men. That's how.
That doesn't mean it's pleasurable. You don't have to have an orgasm for it
That's
to
what
be
I'm saying. It's
pleasurable.
not pleasurable for women to the same extent as men, because men can have men can bust a nut almost any single
No, you're
time that they have sex with
insinuating
a
just because a
woman.
woman doesn't climax that she wasn't pleasured. That's not accurate.
I agree.
Well, if you can't say that people should only have.
You pleasure me, but I didn't climax. Is a man gonna tell a woman she pleasured him, but he didn't climax?
Some people don't.
Y'all got it.
Only climax.
I think a male's climax matters more. So if we're basing it off of reproduction, I think the male's climax matters more than the woman anyway. Because
life don't fucking go on if we don't bust a nut.
Yeah, I don't think that a woman. I think women can be pleasured in other ways during sex, opposed to having an orgasm. At least in my opinion. So I think sometimes women even get pleasured by pleasing their man during sex. So it just depends.
If we're going off Molly's premise of that we only have sex to procreate, then a woman's orgasm doesn't matter.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying.
So here's the thing.
Think orgasm matters.
See, Molly, you got to come back so I can say this to you. If you're saying that,
well, the woman's orgasm doesn't matter to most men because most
no, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It's selfish of a woman to want to orgasm if we're just having sex for babies, because y'all don't have to orgasm to have a baby. We do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the thing, Molly. You just said that women bond during sex, and then said it's not pleasurable if there's no climax. That doesn't make sense. Why can't she just be bonding? Climaxing and bonding don't have to go together.
Since y'all just trying to bond.
Climaxing, bonding through sex and because these women be so bitter when their man gets theirs off and the women don't. I'm not gonna. Women complain that these men are not giving them orgasms. I think it does matter, but I do think biologically women bond with men more through sex than men bond with women. And I think that's part of the programming too, to an extent. I just do.
Is bonding like
men have gotten up here and said it, but today
is bonding like different. An end of like? Can you bond with someone that's not bonding with you? Is that a thing?
Women like, do it all the time. Women will put their life on hold for another woman's husband.
I'm just busting you down and maxing it out. You're bonding with me.
Yes, these women are bonding with y'all. Yes. That's why they get pregnant and they be like, "What happened? He changed." No, girl, no. Yeah,
I do think that
the whole mechanism of sex between men and women is different.
I don't think that we can say that men aren't bonding during sex. There's a reason. There's several reasons why a sexless marriage is a problem, but it breaks the bond between both of you.
So why do they stay? If the sex alone broke the bond, why are the men still in the marriage?
Because men value marriage.
Hoping that it'll come back.
They value marriage more. I
think they do. Yes,
they value. They're not taught to get. They're not taught to value marriage in general.
I don't think
they're taught to value themselves. Women are taught to value.
Especially if they have families. I don't think a man is thinking of, just because I can't have an orgasm, I'm just gonna leave my wife right away. I think that a lot of times they have families and they're still supporting their family, but it does break the bond in that. Well.
You think he ain't getting on that from somewhere else just because you ain't giving it to him? You're delusional.
Okay, but you just said earlier that we're animals. There's a biological need and desire for sexual satisfaction.
I can't hear you. The bond between his wife is still broken, though. Regardless if he's getting it elsewhere, that's not my point. I'm saying the bond between the marriage can be broken if he's not getting sex from his wife. That's a thing. So.
A marriage can be annulled.
So why is he still there?
There's no sex that happens once y'all are married because the bond has not been solidified. You can literally annul your marriage if you don't consummate it. There's a reason for that.
Most people consummate before the marriage even takes place. Some people don't want to get married to that person until they know what the sex is like. So I don't know. Man, if y'all bonding with these women through sex, more women would be married. Less women would be bitter.
You missed the part where I said they can turn it off. Just because they're having sex doesn't mean that there is a bond, but that is a way to bond.
It's a way to join your body parts together. I don't see that as
sex isn't created equal. Like I have sex with my chick, and sometimes I'm just maxing it out. We having a good time. Everything's great. And sometimes it's like soft and sweet and kissing, as opposed to I'm just hitting it from the back and we about to go to sleep real quick. Like it's not. It's like different levels to that.
Okay.
I think women got to stop seeing everything as a bond. First and foremost, stop thinking men is bonded. Men is bonded to themselves, their self-interest. What's going to help them survive at the end of the day?
Well, who
Men
is it?
ain't bonding with women the way women is bonding with men. I personally don't think so. I don't even
I
think that we
agree
were
with that.
built to bond with each other in the same type of way.
I agree with that, which is why, like Slimmy always says, women shouldn't just be out here busting it wide open because she's randomly bonding to all these dudes, and he's not.
Men put them peens up too. Like sexual energy is potent in men and women. I don't think women should have to be responsible and men don't, because it kind of goes like both genders should be responsible with their sex organs in general.
No, y'all should be more responsible because a baby can come of it.
I
And we don't.
agree. That's the whole point of sex. That's what that was my point. I think women should definitely be a
But
little bit
then
more.
you seem like put off the fact that you didn't come as well. So it's not the point of sex. You can't expect to come and say sex is only for procreation.
I mean, I think that is what would make a woman enjoy procreating with a man outside of
Who said she needed to enjoy
if
it?
it did not feel a certain way, y'all would not have children being reproduced.
But she doesn't need to
If it
enjoy it.
hurt
She
every
just needs
time
to
a man went
procreate, right?
inside of a woman, no children would come. We wouldn't want that to happen.
If we're just doing it to procreate,
it
it
doesn't matter how
what
it feels.
like.
It don't matter how it feels to a man because they're not being inserted. I'm just saying it wouldn't matter to a man.
I mean, but that doesn't
I
make
don't
any
think men
sense, right?
care about what unless for his ego, he's trying to demolish your vagina for his ego. I don't think men care about what a woman is getting out of sex.
Oh Lord.
But the pain thing doesn't make any sense. Women have children knowing full well it's gonna hurt, right?
Does it hurt
So
forever?
she could.
It can't hurt that
Does
bad
sex
because
hurt
the
forever?
baby still
Once
come
he's
out,
done, it's
but
over.
it feels good before the baby forms.
But I'm saying it doesn't have to if sex is just for procreation. Then
What are
do it
you
for
having sex
procreation.
for?
Even if it
You
hurts,
can't be
go
having
for it.
sex delusional that a baby might come about it, because the baby got to get in there somehow. Unless you going in vitro or unconventional method, natural organic ways of children is physical sex. And I don't
But you
think it should be
said that a
illegal because he
woman
busted a
wouldn't
nut
do it
because
if it
she
didn't
opened
feel
her legs.
good.
Super
I don't
You're
think
saying a
women
woman
would.
wouldn't do
No,
it.
no, unless they're super
But
desperate
they
for a
have
man. No.
children, and that doesn't feel good. So what do you mean?
She said you have to feel
But
good
that's
before the not feel good to have the babies.
yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
If it hurt every time a man stuck his dingling in, women would not be having sex with men.
That's like
Just
saying if it hurt every time you have a kid, women wouldn't be having kids. They say having a child is the closest thing to death, and yet
some women it might not
women
hurt.
not only keep doing it,
They
but
got
they actually
epidurals.
want to do it.
They got C-sections. Women can't feel that stuff at that time, so I don't know. And I don't think it's a long lasting thing like labor, delivery that only lasts for so long.
Sex
It don't hurt that bad.
15 minutes generally.
Well, how long is sex lasting?
15, nigga.
I think labor lasts longer than sex.
Generally. All right.
Most women ain't going through labor in their life. Some women cannot have a child, but they can have sex. That's my point. Like it don't. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I think God made sex for procreation. I think men get more pleasure out of it than women because they don't have to do all the extra work outside of an orgasm. But I don't think because a man is having sex with a woman, he's bonding.
That man doing all that cardio and it's that extra work.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Y'all
No,
just
because it's
laying there
pleasurable for them. They're pleasured. They're
starfishing
they're
it.
they're relieving stress. They're getting their dopamine hit, and they're feeling good. They got something warm to be up in. No,
Okay.
Just personally, I don't know.
All right. Well, moving right along to these super chat. All right, Daddy and the Caddy.
You don't have
wait,
to worry
hold
about
on.
none of this stuff. If you listen to what I say, stop shooting up the club. Just shoot up her mouth. You don't have to worry about this.
It's crazy.
My God.
Sodomy.
You're going to have subcutaneous babies. But anyway, go ahead.
Subcutaneous. All right.
That sounds like that super chat that was on the Millionaire Morning Show.
Yeah. The one that he had to start us.
He had to screen it.
Screen it. Yeah. All right. Daddy and the Caddy said $2. Said this is why Pastor AD says, ladies, wait till marriage.
That's insane.
TLG sent $5. Said next topic of discussion is what's wrong with these female dogs? Scorpio Dre sent Scorpio Dre sent $2. Said MGTOW is the way.
MGTOW.
What's MGTOW? MGTOW? What is that?
Men going their own way.
Oh, okay. Men going their own way. Beer and PS5. Learn something new every night on this show. Congo English. I've heard it, but I didn't know what it meant. I had no clue. Congo English sent $5. Said Molly, both parties have selfish needs. Stop it.
Whatever you say.
Orion Pack sent $4.99.
Fucking vibrate their whole clit off.
That's not penetration though.
Oh, they got those two bigger ones. But they maxed out their freaking vagina with fucking.
Well, you said clitoris.
Dicks.
I'm sorry. There's a difference. Vaginas and clitoris.
They got a whole sex entry, and all that shit is toys for women. We ain't got shit.
Y'all got them little
we got one thing. Y'all niggas, y'all got fucking dildos. Dicks, y'all got vibrators, y'all got eggs, y'all got cords, y'all can control that shit from the other side of the room. Y'all got shit y'all can sit on, nigga. Y'all got sweet, nigga. Shut up.
I rebuke you.
Not every woman is using
y'all
all of
got
that
everything,
stuff.
nigga.
Not every woman is doing that.
That was very specific.
This is crazy. Oh, y'all got rows and shit. Them fucking rows, nigga.
Thank you so much for that super chat, Orion Pact. We appreciate you. Scorpio Dre sent $2. Said Molly is the best advertisement for the red pill. Brown Eyes.
Good. We don't need y'all procreating and spreading y'all seeds. I'm doing the Lord's work.
Amen. Brown Eyes sent $20. Said off topic, Molly, I agreed with you last night regarding black on black crime. No one is talking about Akeem Liverpool, the black grad who mysteriously drowned with a group of his black friends. Where is Crump? Crump's busy.
You gotta
I would assume if black people die with black people, got drowned with black people, then somebody couldn't swim. Just saying. Whole bunch of niggas that can't swim. Fuck, we need to talk about.
All right. Y'all ready for the next subject? Here we go.
Turning now to a major legal battle in Texas where a surrogate gave birth to a baby with a severe heart condition. The intended parents, the biological parents in California, had wanted to terminate the pregnancy after learning about the diagnosis, but the surrogate refused. Now the Texas Attorney General has stepped in on this case. Jason Allen has the details.
Alaskan nurse McKenna West has turned to doctors in Texas to try to save the newborn child she carried for a California couple.
It was scary to think that something might be wrong and that I may be the one that's not able to make a decision about the treatment.
West spoke about the unusual surrogacy situation with Live Action, an anti-abortion rights organization. Her pregnancy was on track for 20 weeks until doctors diagnosed a rare and severe heart defect in the baby, who she's calling Gabriel. After learning of the defect, West says the parents, Nasheen Gilkar and Omar Ahmed, asked her to schedule an abortion. Parents with medical prerogative is something experts say is a common clause in the surrogacy contract she had signed. Instead, West decided to find treatment in Dallas for the child after birth. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton stepped in to ensure it this week, securing an emergency order to make sure doctors provide life-saving care.
But my understanding is that the arrangements are being made for him to receive that surgery.
Courts in Alaska, California, and Texas are considering the case. But for now, Texas law governs the welfare of the child, according to Professor Rachel Rebouchet.
It's a complicated situation where we're looking at intended parents who ultimately and probably will be the parents, but because of Texas intervention, will not necessarily get to make this decision about what happens immediately after birth.
CBS News did reach out to the intended parents and their representatives, but we did not hear back. And the agency that connected them with the surrogate told us in a statement that they support the rights of both parties in this case. Typically, a child who is born with this heart defect needs a series of 3 surgeries that starts within the first couple weeks after they are born.
Jason, thank you.
This is such a dicey story, guys. I mean, but for me, it seems to me the intended parent should have the say over what happens. The surrogate is saying, though, it's my body and she doesn't want to have an abortion. This is so upsetting.
Well, and I think this is going to be precedent setting.
Wow. All right. So what do y'all think about that story?
Well, this goes back to like abortion's illegal in Texas.
Totally and completely.
It's so
she couldn't do it
in California. What the fuck? We can probably just start there, but it's like probably like gonna be a fucking legal nightmare. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend to know that I know any of the laws about any of this shit, but they're gonna run up them lawyer bills trying to figure this shit out.
I feel like if
it's
she
hard.
had that baby, if she chose to have that baby, you now have a baby. Like, this is your child now. It belongs to you. The surgeries belong to you. Like, you chose this. You said your body, cool. Your choice. You chose to have a child. It's yours. That's it. That's all. Like, them people said they didn't want that baby, and you knew what you signed up to do. You chose not to do it. You chose to violate the contract. Congratulations. Have a baby shower. I don't know.
This is what people get trying to have babies outside what a God wanted them to.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree, Quentin.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas freezing eggs and shit and having surrogates and shit, nigga. If you can't have no baby like normal, nigga, it ain't cut out for you. It wasn't in the cards.
Mm-hmm.
They were gonna abort it anyway. It definitely wasn't in the cards for that couple.
That's bad. I had
I feel like she just doesn't want the baby, and that's the problem.
Who?
Which one?
The surrogate.
Why don't you just freaking? I guess in your mind, like, you can't just delete a baby.
Weird.
You know what you signed up for. Apparently, there was a clause that said, if this happens, then
okay.
this. Let's signed your name to it.
You everything's not that simple. Let's be clear. When she signed up to have a baby, she didn't expect anything to go wrong. She thought she was going to have a perfectly healthy baby and give it to, like, so many people sign contracts not thinking the worst is going to happen in the fucking contract. Let's be clear. That happens all the time. Like, the little fine print, the fine print's not going to happen to me, and you sign that motherfucker anyway.
But it's still there.
Exactly.
That's not the
I don't think that I'm
point.
going to have a car accident when I leave my house, but I get car insurance. Like, we do things all the time just in case. We do things all the time just to get. No, she knew what she was signing up for.
She knew what she signed up for. No, she didn't sign up for a sick baby.
But there were risks.
Which one?
She didn't sign up for abortion. No, she didn't.
The surrogate.
She knew it was possible, but that's not what she was signing up for. You're making it seem like cut and dry. This was in the contract, so no, it's not that cut and dry. No.
Why is it not? That's why they put it in the contract.
For protection.
Well, how come it wasn't something that they could withhold up and, force her to do that?
Just because you signing up to get in a wreck, because you know what can happen. That's like saying that you can't
force.
Can't say that.
There's a fine line between someone's body and choice and a contract, but.
So she doesn't want the baby after the baby is born?
No.
It's not her baby.
Well, true, but I'm saying she just wants to make sure that the baby. Or
she don't want to have an abortion with her body.
So that was it? No.
Yeah, she didn't want to have an abortion.
She don't want her body to be the one that's getting the abortion.
I think your car proves a point. I think you should put his comment on the screen.
What'd he say? Hey, your car.
This car is blue. You can't miss it. Yes. That was the case. Why would they sign up knowing she was in Texas and you can't abort a baby in fucking Texas?
Excellent. But also, she put her name on that paper that said, if there is an abnormality, you choose to abort. Now, I do think that 5 months is ridiculous. Now, granted, apparently that's when they do the test to know when it's going to happen. But again, you knew that was a possibility. Stop signing up for stuff when you don't accept all the consequences. Just like Molly said, just like if you have sex, you could have a baby. Like, stop doing things that have consequences or possibilities of consequences that you don't want.
I couldn't even imagine being pregnant for 9 months with somebody else's baby. Like, I
follow couples who've done it.
Yeah, I've heard of
it is.
Like,
well, with that said, I thought
they do it for the money. Like,
well, not necessarily, because I had a relative who could not have a baby, and she asked me if I would have one for her. I considered it, but then I was like, "What if I get stretch marks?"
Oh God! Almost guaranteed to get
baby
at least
that
one.
You're not gonna have, yeah,
right. And I'm running around with stretch marks forever. I don't even have kids. Like, that looks crazy.
I don't know. What you sign on paper in this worldly life is not going to be something you may want to explain to God in those pearly gates. For me, I wouldn't.
You don't have to.
I wouldn't have an abortion.
You don't have to explain anything.
I just don't believe in it.
If you make it to the pearly gates, there's no explanation.
Right. Well, you're right. Once you get there, there isn't.
There ain't explaining. You pass the test and come on in.
Well, for those of us that don't make it to the pearly ones.
Those are who? Not me. You said us?
No, I said for those of us that don't.
Who the fuck are you talking
to? Don't count me in that number.
I don't know. An abortion is just, to me, that's one of those things that you might not get there.
I think being a surrogate.
Yeah, that's
demonic.
I don't like that either. That's
absolutely demonic.
It's just not. Yeah, it's not the organic way.
Just think of this. God, I put my baby in you to have it. Like, what?
All this science and how people are doing things with their bodies and like just children and creating babies and I just think it's a little. I don't know. It's not. I don't like it. I think the kids be sometimes coming out a little. I don't know. It just does not feel natural to me. So I get people wanting to be a mom. Oh, yeah, I get wanting to be a mom either. Yeah.
Really, it just comes down to more times than not, being a parent is selfish.
Sometimes, yeah, I think so.
Absolutely agree.
And that's to me. I think that's the problem because people don't think about the kids; they think about themselves.
They just think about they want a baby.
Yeah,
that's all they think about.
It's like a pet.
You sign up to have a child, and you sign up to say, "I want to be a mom," but there's no father, there's no husband in the picture. It's like you're just signing up saying, "Oh, I want to be a mom because you want to be a mom." Okay, I understand that, but there were probably things that you might have wanted to do maybe early in life, and then some people just can't have kids. I know someone who has had like a lot of miscarriages and they kept trying. And then finally they ended up having a baby and the child has issues. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's kind of like, is it natural to keep trying something that's not working for you? I understand the want, the desire, but sometimes I think there are certain things that just aren't for you. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. Some can say women are getting pregnant in their 50s. That's not majority women doing that, though. For whatever reason, that was for them to do. For what they waited so long to do it, that was for them to do. Not every woman can do that. I wouldn't really see myself trying to have no baby in my 50s because
I couldn't imagine
that can happen. So I don't
you
know.
just busting down a 50-plus-year-old and she get pregnant. I'd lose my shit. You think it's safe? I think it's safe, nigga. I think it's safe, nigga.
It's easy to speak on surrogacy and make it like an abomination because that's not something that was my thing, you know. Like I wasn't a surrogate, don't need a surrogate, don't want a surrogate, you know. But you know, Brittany, like you said, I'm sure that there are women out there, or maybe couples, whatever, who have a strong desire to have children. And so, given that this is a way to do it, I can't necessarily knock that. Obviously, there's risks involved, or we wouldn't be, you know, having this conversation. And, you know, you said, why keep trying something that's not working? You know, like the women who just keep getting pregnant or keep trying to get pregnant, maybe miscarriages or whatever along the way. There's plenty of women who do that and then they have healthy babies.
True.
But also, there are other things that we do, like, okay, you start a business, it fails. Do you quit? No, you start another one. It fails, start another one. You know what I mean? So why do we draw the line at pregnancy?
Maybe I look at it from the perspective of like, I guess I'm more so speaking for myself. If that just continuously kept happening, I think mentally that would just kind of, I don't know, like I feel like that would be it. At that point, I would feel like, am I just wanting to be a mom because now I'm feeling like it didn't happen, so let me just try again.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you really want to be a mother, or now you're just like, well, that didn't work, let me try again. And sometimes women do it because they want to stay with a man who might want kids, and they're like, I have to give him a baby. People do it for different reasons. I agree with you. I'm not going to say I knock people for maybe doing the surrogacy way. It wouldn't be something that I would prefer to do, but I'm not going to knock you if that's what you do, because some people do have healthy kids. I get that. But I don't know. It doesn't feel natural to me. So I think that's where I'm going. I'm just basing off of personal like feelings, I guess. But
right. No, I get it. But with that being said, adoption isn't natural. You know, like, and I could see wanting something so badly that I would just go, you know, to the ends of the earth to have it. You know, especially like when you think about adoption, those people wanted a baby so bad they took somebody else's. Like that's a deep
I think that's what they
desire.
should do. Do that over
But not
having a
everybody wants that.
surrogate.
When surrogacy is possible and you know that this is going to actually be your kid, I get it. But I don't know. I'll say this. I asked on social media once why people wanted kids. I should pull it up and read the answers, but people really didn't have a good answer. People were like, oh, will you get a tax write-off or return or whatever? And I'm like, you know how much money you got to spend to get a tax return? That's stupid. Or people said, oh, well, you know, like one girl said, oh, I have a hole in me that I'm trying to fill. And I'm like, that's not your child's responsibility.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a good answer except for the one person who said, in my opinion, who said, people really don't know why they want kids. It's an innate desire and they really can't process why. And that makes more sense to me, because otherwise, if we didn't have those innate desires, population would have declined a long time ago. There would be no people right now if we didn't just have innate desires and no logical reason for having children. I don't know. I guess I'm just glad that I'm not in this situation.
If I'm barren as a woman, I would think that that was my journey. There's other things you can do to nurture humanity, nurture children. You don't have to, it's not
Be a
meant for you.
paraprofessional.
And then it makes me like, I've seen footage where they had like these nanobots taking an immobile sperm to the egg. It's just like we're playing God too much for
That's what
me
I'm
personally.
saying.
If you're barren, that's just I think that's just the path. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think some things is just don't try to play God. And this is such a weird situation because it's like, who is right? Is the surrogate right? Is she wrong? Are the actual parents right? Are they wrong? It's confusion because it's not of God. It just wasn't an organic way of making a human being. We can't just be like, and then children are not pets. Don't have a kid because it's trendy. Don't have a kid because you don't have like any type of foresight of to why, like Kimberly said, like why are we having kids? Why?
So if the surgery doesn't work when the baby is born, the actual parents still have to have this baby with this rare heart condition?
I have
I
no
don't know.
clue.
Like I
It
said,
never should have happened.
I think it's gonna set a precedence, and people are gonna tighten up that paperwork for one.
Yeah.
But I think there needs to be maybe laws put in place where if you choose to go against your contract, what the parents want, whatever, it's your baby.
Yeah.
And pay them their money back because they're
True.
paying for a service. You're basically providing a service. Yes, as a human, but you're providing a service. You're just an incubator. So, but this is not, and I follow couples, men and women together who will be a surrogate for another couple's baby, and it seems very hard. Even after the baby is born, it seems emotionally taxing. That woman is going through postpartum. That woman is still lactating, and she don't have a baby. That, like, I don't know. I don't think it should exist. Just because we can do things, I don't think we should necessarily.
I don't know. Again, I say this as a
Artificially making
person who,
humans. Mm,
but again, I think it's easy for me, and I'll just speak for myself. It's easy for me to take that stance. It's easy for me to say that because having children wasn't on my list of things to do for life. But what if it was? What if that's how I defined myself as a woman? And now I'm like you say, barren. And I feel like this is the epitome of being a woman. This is the pinnacle of womanhood. And now I'm like, okay, what is my purpose on this planet? I'm not a woman. I'm not a mother. I'm not whatever. So I can see how it could be a problem. And I'm like, well, whether I adopt or whether I have a surrogate, at least I have a baby. So
that's
again,
selfish.
I feel like I feel like I can say that because I'm speaking from a place of privilege. But I get that not everybody can speak from that same place. I also think that just because you have a surrogate or you've adopted, that doesn't mean that you weren't meant to be a parent. I think that you just didn't need to follow the path that maybe a woman who birthed a child had. So, like, just say, for example, because having children wasn't on my list of things to do, if somebody just dropped the baby off on my doorstep, or if I adopted one, I might not feed it. I would have to grow it to grow some attachment to it or something. You know what I mean? But I think there's women out there who don't need that. They don't need to form that attachment to still love on a child. And there are children who still need to be loved. So I don't know. That I'm just glad it ain't me.
Yeah, they said the kid was from Alaska. The woman that is the surrogate is from Alaska, and the family or the couple was from California, and she ran to Texas. So that's like
she's smart.
crazy.
Good job.
She was trying to save the baby.
Fuck wants to live in Alaska anyway.
Baby.
She's trying to save herself from having to get an abortion. What it sound like?
And that's her baby,
right?
And then in 5 months, should you be getting an abortion or should you just have the baby?
That's wild.
I personally would not get myself in a situation like this because it's too confusing. I hate this for women. Like, why are we even? They're desperate.
Because you guys are stupid.
We don't need that many humans on the planet.
Well,
so
the
I
smartest
will say
women in the world,
maybe
they
it
listen to
wasn't
men.
just her because she's married, right? And so anytime that I have, so in talking about listening to men, anytime that I've ever heard a man say that they want a child, it was to continue their legacy. I've never heard a woman say that ever, but I hear men say it all the time. So let's just say it was the man who said, I want a baby. I want to continue my legacy. And she couldn't have it. So now they go get a surrogate. So we really don't know what that was. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you went to Texas because you knew you couldn't abort that baby. Well, congratulations. Here's some diapers. I don't know. Like, this your baby though.
But is it? This is
It
why it's
needs
so
to be.
weird.
Super chat.
So weird. I don't know how people get themselves in these situations personally. I think there's so many children out here in foster homes or orphaned. Adopt.
That's easier
Get,
said
get
than done because then you got to put up with whatever that kid is and try to get it out of him. And
well, that or your own offspring birthed by another woman who
I
has
would
a heart
prefer
defect
that, to
that they
be
might
honest.
pass away.
if you, well, I'm
It's
just saying,
Right,
I
but
choices.
would
Life
put,
is a
just
life
kind
is
of like
not
you said, you
easy.
don't
You're
expect the
gonna have
heart
to make a,
defect.
but that's
So if I
medical
can take a
costs.
chance of
I
having
think that's
right,
more expensive
but
than
if I can
adopting
take a
a healthy
chance,
child.
if I can take a chance though, and it's a great chance because and granted, I don't know what the heart defect was. I don't know what the statistics on that are, but I'm probably I'm gonna err on the side of it's probably not that common, and it's more likely that you'll have a healthy child. So if I have a chance of having a healthy child versus going to adopt a child that might be a crack baby, that might not be a baby, like who doesn't want to go through the baby
might
stage?
not be a baby. It's crazy.
No, but I'm saying like they could be 5. Like I would
Well, you
want
don't
a
have to.
newborn, like
You
something
don't
that
have
smells
to.
like a
You don't
baby.
have
Like,
to adopt a 5-year-old. You can adopt a
no, I'm
newborn.
just saying, like, what if they don't have
Not like
babies?
they
I don't
just
know
bring
how
you a baby and
adoption
like,
works.
this is yours. Shit, what the fuck?
I don't know how adoption works, but I would imagine that little babies go faster, just like puppies. But I don't know. But in any event, I'm just like, if I had the option that you can put your, first of all, if I could have a surrogate and not be pregnant, not have stretch marks, not be sick, not have any of this, and I still get the kid, why is that not a deal? Like, great, it's an incubator.
It's a bonding issue, they say.
That's definitely a bonding issue because the baby has to hear your heartbeat, your voice, and certain things that babies naturally bond with their mother while they're inside of their mother.
You
Khloe
don't get to
Kardashian talked.
We
breastfeed
got
them.
But
That's
if you went to
insane.
breastfeed.
adopt,
Your
would
own
you not be in the same
microbiome
place?
goes to that baby's gut. It's certain.
Khloe Kardashian talked about it.
I'm
She
not
said the baby
ever
that
gonna do it.
she had a surrogate with, she didn't feel close to that baby at all when it was born compared to the babies that she had actually gave birth to herself. So
Right. And that makes sense to me. And in that same vein, I don't understand why women don't get that men aren't as attached to their babies as they are. You carried this baby for a year. You felt this baby move in you. Y'all shared like DNA and food and all that. This man don't even know if that baby is his. Why should he be as attached as you are?
Super chats.
Well, I
Don't
think
do
we're
this
going.
weird ass shit, and you'll have a normal family. You don't have this shit to worry about.
Well, these two people are married and they can't have babies. So they had a normal family until they couldn't have
Don't do
babies.
this
What were they
weirdo
supposed to do?
shit. Have a family like the normal way, and you won't have this shit to worry about. You can't have kids, then you can't have kids. Stop doing weird shit just because you can.
Super chats.
I won't say that again. When I think when it becomes your struggle, your view on it changes.
Okay.
I think we have a lot of GMO humans walking around since the 1970s, and that might be why the world is so unconventional and topsy-turvy. It's a
Oh,
lot
I
of
agree. We got a bunch of
GMO,
NPCs walking around here.
IVF, surrogate made human beings, and they grow up, they have opinions, and they don't see the world through the lens of somebody with an actual mother and father. I think these people, some of these humans being born so unconventionally, are part of the problem with humanity, but that's me personally.
Okay, but let me ask you this, because you were saying that these kids are born unconventionally without the mother and the father. So by that logic, I was born unconventionally because my mom died a week after I was born. So did I have a mother and father? Technically, but not really. So
Well, the means
then
of
what?
you getting to your mother, if it was from your father organically, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider because your parent passed away that you're not like an organic human. Because if it was done the natural DMP way, but these scientific
Dr.
methods,
Pepper?
No.
I can't
That's-
curse, but you know what I mean. But I think like when you're using science to conceive a human being where we didn't get here necessarily through what I know of is to be science, then I don't know.
Okay.
Again, I think that that's very easy to
First world
say
problems. First world problems, I think.
Right.
when I'm speaking from a place of privilege.
All right. Anybody have anything else they want to say before I move on? Okay. All right. Super chat then. Chef Chupino sent $5, said Jesus was the result of a surrogate pregnancy.
No, he wasn't. You're a liar.
What?
He's lying. No, he wasn't.
How was he not?
Who was the surrogate?
Mary.
Whose egg was put in Mary?
Who did she have sex with to happen?
Nobody.
Oh,
No, it was miraculous. Nobody.
Immaculate conception.
Surrogacy
But that's the
could be
point. Like
immaculate
that
No, it's
wasn't
not. A surrogate insinuates
wasn't the
someone else
sperm from
had
the
your
dad.
baby. Ain't nobody ever been born like Jesus. That's a horrible argument. Next super chat.
I don't know. I can see how that makes sense.
She didn't have nobody else's baby. Stop.
That's
It
true.
was her egg.
She didn't have Joseph's baby.
Whose
I don't
baby?
know how he stuck to that, but he better than me. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't
He
think
questioned
they
it.
know what
Father's
surrogacy
sperm.
Because
means.
I'd have been like,
Okay. Caramel Wonder said $9.99 said the girl was from Alaska and the couple was from California. She ran to Texas because she knew their laws about abortion. She was wrong, and they're gonna sue that girl.
Cool. Next super chat.
They should probably sue.
The Right Insight sent $5. Said, why are Black women being surrogates for non-Black families? All right. Thank y'all so much for those super chats. We are going to move on to the next subject. All right, here we go.
So I am on my lunch break. It is, I don't know, 11:30 or something like that. And I just finished a 3-hour class. We have what's called block, and block is where first and second periods are combined for subjects that need it. And so I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully, after they finish. We had 2 paragraphs to read, 1 sentence complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model. These are 17 and 18-year-old kids, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I gave them the scenario. We annotated together. I gave them the answers before we even had the problem. And they couldn't do it. I don't know. I simply don't know. where the problem is. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, they couldn't do it.
Wow. Okay. This teacher is concerned that his high school students can't read. Anybody have any insight on that?
Fun fact. I actually went to the high school that he is a teacher for. And this is what I will say. First and foremost, I don't know how to say this without sounding bad, but I'm just gonna say it. And y'all can take it how you want to. That high school is an all-black school. It's in a lower income part of Houston, right? A lot of those kids go to the feeder school. So they start in elementary, they go to middle school together, they go to high school together. They know each other from forever, right? I transferred in, and before I transferred in, all of my schools had been mostly white. I grew up on a different side of Houston. When I got to the school, they said, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Houston." They were like, "No, but where are you from?" Now, granted, I get that a lot because people think I'm from an island or I'm mixed with something weird or whatever. But anyway, these people were asking me that because I spoke proper English. I didn't understand what they were asking me because everybody I'd ever been around spoke proper English. When I said the other day that the first time I ever saw a fight was in high school, that's where it was. Like this isn't new, so we're not going to blame technology. At this point, I can only blame the culture, the parents, the system, because it didn't start in high school. They didn't get to high school not knowing how to read. They went through middle school not knowing how to read. They went through elementary not knowing how to read. And again, this is not new. This was happening when I went to school. I learned, and I'm not exaggerating. There's so many stories I could tell. Like the last thing I learned was in middle school. Now, granted, I was taking some high school classes in middle school, had high school credit when I got there, but that school taught me nothing. Absolutely nothing. I learned how to shoot dice. I learned how to play pity pat for money. Like, I did not learn anything in the class. I had a dude who was stalking me in my classes, would come into my classes, not enrolled in my classes, would come into my classes, sit down. The teachers would say nothing. I would get up and leave. He's following me. Like, this is the culture of that school. It's not the teachers. It's the parents. It's the neighborhood. It's all of that. You shouldn't be teaching somebody how to read in high school.
You shouldn't be doing the work for them. Yeah.
How do you get through life without knowing how to read? I just can't.
Same way these immigrants come over here, they can't speak English, but they be thriving.
Yeah, but they're really
Somebody's
not. They're
doing the
not
work.
thriving.
Somebody's
They're
doing the
not.
work for them. I'll say, well, okay, so I don't know if I should say it. Well, okay, we went to the David case. The girl's mother was there. Couldn't barely speak a lick of English, but the girl was born here. So somebody's like doing the work for them. But I do think that inner city black schools do not prepare their children. The environment is not conducive for a child to learn. If you're always in survival mode, if your parents are always in survival mode, there's no way you're if they're struggling to meet your basic needs, they're definitely not about to read to you every night. But this man, I think this man was just being very transparent because I can't tell you working with kids in schools how many teachers cry before, during, after their shifts. Teachers crying because these kids are so off the chain or they're kind of dumb. He was just vulnerable enough to talk about it, and I think him being a man kind of makes a difference. But this is not unusual. These kids leave these teachers in tears sometimes. I think they're too invested in the kids. I think they're too invested in their jobs. But at the same time, I don't know. I see it both. I think it's a fair with the parents for sure. But at the same time, I know with COVID they did lose about a lot of these kids lost a good 2 years of
Mm-mm.
schooling in some instances. And then Texas even went down to 4 days a week with their school schedules, if I'm not mistaken, in some places. I don't know if it was the whole state, but because they don't have the teachers and they like these teachers are quitting because these kids not I mean, not only are these kids a little bit stupid, but they're not listening, and then you don't have the support of the parent. So I agree with Kimberly. It's the parenting is the problem or the lack thereof.
I
I've
think
had kids and the parent would block the school's number. Like if your
no,
baby is sick, we can't even get in touch with you because you think that this is daycare, essentially.
there has to be something to say for like inner city schools because until what 8th grade, I went to inner city schools, black people, the whole rigmarole, and then we moved to the suburbs, and then like their academic it was totally different. There was like, where do we put this dude? He don't know this, and this. And then then I was in the same grade as everybody else, and I didn't. It's just the curriculum was different.
Yeah,
and I had to like
It
catch
is
up.
different. The black
And
schools are at a
walk.
disadvantage. And if you don't know that there's a difference, you're going to think it's normal until you go
Mm-hmm.
to college. And then you
Mm-hmm.
see these kids are prepared. These kids know this stuff that I should already
Mm-hmm.
know, but you weren't prepared. So I understand. I definitely understand where Kimberly is coming from. I went to two different high schools. I had AP classes, so I had to go to two different high schools at the same time. And
You was one of them niggas that got bust off.
mhm.
That's funny.
But the main school, because of my neighborhood, it was like predominantly black. One white kid went to the whole entire school, and it was just they're not preparing you. You're not being
They're
prepared.
not.
I don't
They're
know
not.
why.
They are not. They are not. They are not. I mean, but
Mm,
it's gosh, it starts from so high up. I mean, so to give you an example, Texas has this rule, or they had at the time, a rule where basically the Texas colleges, so like A&M, UT, University of Texas, stuff like that, they will take the top 10% of the students from the high schools, like you're automatically admitted. That high school, the counselors wouldn't even do the rankings. So we couldn't get automatically accepted because we weren't ranked because the counselors wouldn't do it. So I had I didn't have, she chose to do it because she like that. But my aunt went up there, right? And got tore into the counselors because she was like, we need the rankings done because at the time I wanted to go to UT. So she's like, we need the rankings done. The counselors got so mad that, again, they still didn't want to do it. They didn't want to give me scholarship papers from that point on. They were talking bad about me. One of the teachers asked me later on, what did you do to the counselors down there? Because they bad mouthing you. They bad mouthing me because my aunt got on to them to do their job. I had to send other people to get the scholarship papers because they wouldn't give them to me. So this is not just a student thing. It's from the top all the way down.
mm, I can see that. It's just a hot mess. But well, I'll say this: if you have children, it If you can sit there and scroll your phone for over 15 minutes, you have time in your day to read to that child. And if you can't read, y'all better find some read alouds on YouTube and make it work. It's too many resources out here. And I do think that there is a lack of literacy, especially one, black kids they don't get the same amount of vocabulary, they don't get the same amount of conversation as some other demographics in certain instances. They don't. Y'all are not that busy. Y'all are not working that many jobs where y'all cannot spend. If you can read a Facebook post, spend 15 to 20 minutes reading to your child. It's not that hard.
This goes back to what we were talking about when it said like women can be selfish and just say, I just want to have kids just to have kids, or I want to be a mom. You have to actually be a mom. Like when you have a child, and not just mothers, of course, fathers too, but you have to teach your kid things. Like your kids are eventually, they're not just going to be babies forever. Your kids grow up. They got to learn things. You have to teach them things. My mom used to take me to the library. That was like my favorite thing to do. Like we stayed.
And it's free. It's free.
Yes. Like when I was growing up, the library, I was reading books.
Highlight of your week.
Yeah, like
they'll loan out laptops at the library
when she was little, and it was just like I learned how to read because of my mom. Before I started school, my mom stayed taking me to the library. She would read to me at night, and my mom worked. She was a single mom. She worked, but she took that time to make sure that she did the things as a parent that she needed to do. So I do feel like, yes, it is the system once the kids go into the system, but to me, it starts at home. There's no reason why before the age of 5, you're not reading to your kids. My friend had a baby. Her son is 3. The first thing I got for his first birthday were books. I'm like, the toys is cute. That's cool. He got enough toys. Let's get in these books. I got him books in Spanish and all type of stuff. Like, I think that those things are important just as much as buying your children toys. It's all fun and games until your kids get older and they don't know nothing. And now you're looking like a bad parent, but then you're mad when people call you a bad parent. It's like you didn't do your job. You dropped the ball. And that can go for fathers too. But I'm speaking to the women because I feel like, to me, whether you're married or not, when you have a child and you're a mom, I think that, to me, you're the nurturer. Like those are things I think mothers should definitely focus on when they want to be a mom and have a kid. So I don't know. But it's sad that you're a senior and you can't read. And they have this whole, what is it? No kid left behind. I don't know if that's everywhere, but I know in Georgia,
no
that's
child left behind. It's a federal thing.
Yeah, it's like, no, leave them behind. Like, please
leave them behind.
Leave them right where they stand, please, because you're skating them through. You're letting them skate on through life, and then they're gonna get into the world and they don't know anything. So guess what? That's gonna mean more crime is about to start happening because they can't get jobs. It's just like, who came up with that idea? So it's very sad. Right?
Yeah, I think that part of the problem is that people are expecting schools to educate their children. Schools are the reinforcements for what you do at home. They shouldn't be learning everything at school. School is a reinforcement. And again, back to the school, when the school would call people's parents, the parent up there yelling at the teacher. You yelling at the teacher because your kid's stupid? Like, what are they supposed to do with this?
Because these school districts are too afraid for the parent to unenroll the child and send them somewhere else. So they'll just put up with it, pass them along, just so they can keep students in the seats. But if they're not getting anything out of the school that they're at, what's the point? These superintendents making an egregious amount of money.
Ask me what the basketball team is looking like. Ask me what the basketball team was looking like.
They get invested in. Them players be dumb as hell too, but they get invested in because they're athletes. So they're not even looking at them to know how to read or write. They're just like, oh, you're just gonna be an athlete. It's like they should. They invest more into those. Like even when they started getting rid of like curricular activities within schools or things that classes that kids probably should be taking, but they focus on sports. It's like that's what y'all investing the money in. So
we need to bring back shame. I remember the biggest shame of anyone in life was like getting held back.
too.
Like
What?
a grade. Like if you got held back, it's like, oh, Johnny got held back a year.
You
were
talking
like,
about
it's like
You were
like,
dumb.
yes,
You're dumb.
these kids, they're just letting these kids skate through, and they're getting all the way through high school. Like, does a high school certificate of graduation mean anything anymore? Really?
Mm-hmm.
When these kids are going, I watched a whole video today of high school students college students not able to read a sentence with words like silhouette. And like they could not pronounce the word silhouette.
Oh, on Instagram where they have you
read it. Yes, and they were in college and they could not read it. What does it even mean to have a high school diploma anymore? And now even a college degree. How are they getting that far is what I want to know.
Just to be clear,
the system
no child left behind weren't that they were just like passing kids through just for the sake.
What was it?
What does it mean?
I can't tell.
That's not what it was. The premise of it, like they had standardized testing. I used to work for the State Department of Education, and it like held schools to accountable for just because you live in a shitty part of wherever, you don't get to lower your academic standards just because you're the inner city schools. It's like for less fortunate inner city schools. Like this wasn't a thing for like kids in the suburbs. No, it was for the brokies. Because they were lowering their academic standards because of the like socioeconomical like kids and all the brokies pretty much.
They are at a disadvantage though.
But you don't lower your standards.
Well, I mean, but if you think poor women are not going to get the same type of health care, or they're not going to care about their diet while they're pregnant the same way a woman with the resources would. So if you in poverty, maybe don't have a child. That's it. I don't know. I'm not even going to go that deep.
Can we start there?
If we in poverty, we got to stop having kids. We have to.
But you would have to care about the kid to decide to not have the kid, to decide not to lay up and later on say that this man raped you because he came in you. Just like, I mean, we got to make better decisions. The problem is the people who aren't having the kids are the people who should be having the kids. The most educated, the people who are making the most money, have the least amount of children.
Brittany, Idiocracy.
Yeah, exactly. No, fact.
This is Idiocracy in real. Idiocracy was a documentary. They played it off as a comedy.
Yeah,
it was before. It was ahead of its time. It was 20 plus years ahead. Watch Idiocracy, Kimberly. Watch that movie. You will appreciate it.
Yeah, I literally, me and my dude had watched it, and I forgot who I heard even mention it. I want to say, to be honest, I want to say it was Melissa Ford who mentioned it on like a while ago and I don't even watch the show. I've seen a clip, and she was like, "Yeah, the movie Idiot." And anytime someone mentions the movie, I was like, "Let me see what that is." And at first, I wasn't even gonna watch it because I was like, "This is supposed to be like a comedy. Like, I don't really feel like watching that." And like 10 minutes in, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna finish this movie," because it was just like instantly showing, and I'm like, "This is what's happening right now. Like, literally what's going on." And what it's gonna be
down to the Crocs.
Yep. Literally. I was like, this is insane. I think everybody should watch that movie. Literally.
It's a documentary. Watch it. It's funny, but it's definitely real life, and it starts off exactly how y'all are saying. The people who should be having the children, they're waiting later into life because they're prioritizing resources.
Career. Yep.
And all the dummies is the ones having the kids.
And they are
and
dumb.
Then let me tell you something else. Like, you can take the best of the best and you put them in a bad situation. You know, like me sitting in that high school, I was technically supposed to graduate at 16. They wanted to move me up a year because remember I said I had high school credits or in middle school I got high school credits. When I got to high school I already, whatever. Anyway, I had enough credits to graduate when I was 16. And I was like, no, because I'm sitting over here with people who, that's not a thing. Granted, I graduated at 17, so I'm still younger, but still, like, even the excellence is not promoted. somebody should have been in my ear to be like, hey, this is actually what you want to do. Like, this is a good thing. All I could think about was, I'm gonna get to college and be younger than everybody. And I didn't want that. I knew I was gonna be younger than everybody anyway, just graduating naturally. So I'm like, what I look like going to college is 16. Like, I don't want to do that.
So Kimmy, what do you think their motives were for doing that?
Some of it is jealousy, which is a crazy thing to say, but I obviously have stories I could go into to prove that. But some of it is just ignorance. They just don't know any better. They don't know any better. They don't care to know any better. I always said that particular high school was a holding cell. Either you're going to go to college or you're going to go to jail.
Wow.
A lot of people went to
I think
jail.
that's most Black schools, to be honest.
Yeah.
They don't have the resources. When you're in class with 30, 40 kids, y'all don't even have enough books so you could take home.
I don't remember taking home a single book, not one.
That's what I'm
Never.
saying, because that was before I had to go to my the AP classes at the other school. It was just it was a difference. It was a difference because the other schools I went to had the resources. They had more of a mixed up population of students, but
that was literally when
Black
I moved
folks,
from.
invest into y'all communities, invest into the schools that y'all children are gonna go to. If you're not doing anything, go volunteer. Be a part of it. Like, y'all have to participate. Y'all have to participate in the schools. Y'all have to work with the teachers. Read to
But let me
y'all
say this.
children. And if you can't, find y'all some preschool, kindergarten read alouds on YouTube until you can figure it out. Especially if you are a native English speaker. Why can't you read?
Hooked on Phonics works
Because they
great.
don't even
Like, people
speak
get
English
made.
well.
It
What
works
do you
perfectly,
mean?
immaculate. I can read at 3 years old because of Hooked on Phonics.
Hooked on
It's
Phonics.
like the people who say, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, people are not
works
speaking
great.
even
Like,
good
people make.
English, and they've been speaking English forever.
Every
Phonics.
time
You
I
have to
see
know
that,
the
Kimmy, I
sounds of the
just
words.
it makes
of the
me
letters.
cringe every time I see it.
I'm
Sorry
like, so
for
do you
your
think
loss.
everybody else who
Like,
wrote
what?
lost is wrong and you're right? I'm confused. But anyway, but you also have to understand that it's a neighborhood thing. Like, so you have the parents in that neighborhood who are on drugs, who had babies early. There was
Oh,
a girl
yeah.
who was in my friend group who had a baby. I didn't even know it after we graduated. I thought she was just out sick for for months. Because again, I'm just so green. Like, I just had no idea. But it's not just, so let's just say that the parents went to volunteer. I mean, they're gonna volunteer and do what? They're not volunteering to teach nothing because they didn't learn anything. They went through
I
the
think
same system that they've sent their children through.
if you're involved, you will have more of an advantage over the parents who are not involved in the schools that they're sending their children to. And then it's like you kind of you'll pick up on certain techniques that might work for kids within that age group. I think it could benefit because some of these parents are using school as free daycare. And
Daycare.
he's not the first teacher, maybe the first man I've ever seen, but he's not the first teacher I've ever seen crying. These women be crying after y'all kids go home. They be wearing these women out.
Why
It's
is
not
like
that
hooked
many
on?
teachers anymore because these
And
kids
put
and these
hands
parents
on
are
them.
so unbearable. These women be crying. He's the first man I've seen, but I'm not new to seeing teachers cry
You ain't getting
after a
beat
school
up.
day.
Like, they be
Oh my
getting
gosh,
beat
yes,
up.
some of them do get beat up, and then what can you do?
Mhm.
And then and there's so many children with these mental deficiencies and challenges now too. We ain't talking about that. I think it's a parenting issue at the end of the day.
Why is hooked on phonics frowned upon? Like, I saw some people. Like, it
Because I think people
works.
use it as adults
You
and they
have to
should have
know
stopped using it
phonics.
when they were
They don't
like
know it.
6.
They don't know what it is.
That was
They
like
don't know
such
what
a.
phonics is.
Like that's how we all learned to read was phonics.
Right. They're not teaching like that anymore, though.
They baby step walk you through
Letters
this
make
shit.
sounds, y'all. The letters make sounds, and those sounds blend in and make words.
But I think the thing is though, like, you shouldn't be crying over someone else's kids. You did your job, big dog. Like, fuck them.
I agree. I agree.
You did your
No,
job.
I
Like,
agree.
it'd be different if you was, you didn't do anything, you didn't do the shit. No, they don't cry though. Caring doesn't mean crying. Like, fuck them. They don't want to learn. They want to be dumbasses. Fuck them. Like, period. And I think the difference with this dude crying and most people that I see crying is most of these other teachers, they're crying because they feel overburdened. They feel like they probably shouldn't have been fucking teachers. Like those other people that be crying. But this dude is crying because he's actually heartbroken from the results of him actually teaching and it not being effective because people don't want it to be effective. That's the problem. They don't want to be successful. They don't think about anything beyond high school. They living in the moment. They being stupid as fuck. They ridiculing the teacher. They probably just blowing them off. He giving them all the lesson. He giving them all the game. He actually giving them the knowledge. They don't want to accept it though because they're not programmed the right way. They're programmed to go to school, be an asshole, be a class clown, fuck school. I'm a ditch class. Like all the things that a lot of people did, honestly. But once you do it to your own detriment and you can't fucking read anymore, well, not anymore, but you can't fucking read, and the majority of y'all can't read, that's a problem. That's a problem. Like everybody that probably cut a class or something like that, or been told a joke in the middle of class, or been loud as fuck, or whatever. But you don't continue to do that to your detriment. At some point, you just gotta buckle the fuck down, get the lesson, and be something. Be somebody. Care about yourself. He's brokenhearted because they don't care. The kids don't care themselves. So at this point, I don't see he shouldn't be crying. He shouldn't even be upset. He shouldn't even be upset. You did your job, man. You can't live for other people. If they want to be goofballs, they want to be stupid, that's on them. It's their life. It's their life. They're gonna look back. They're gonna see this video that they laugh at. They probably laughing at them right now. They're gonna look back 10 years from now, and they're going to wish that they never laughed and that they took that man seriously. 10 years from now, I graduated high school.
Yeah,
and it's certain teachers. Miss McConnell, she taught my cousin. She said she told my cousin, she was like, man, dude, you're pretty smart, but you don't apply yourself for shit. She told him just like that. She came in there with me. She was like, I know you, Charles' cousin. I know what you're going to do. Don't come in here thinking that you're just going to take the test and pass the class. It's not going to work like that. Well, what I do? I only took the test and I passed the class, but I barely made it. But she was on my ass every day. She actually cared about students. This is a white teacher too. She actually cared about the students. She cared. But I wish I would have taken that woman seriously when I first had the class instead of just waiting till the test, did my homework, did all that shit. I'd be through the roof. I'd be way more successful than I am now as far as educational purposes. But you don't listen. You want to do what you want to do. You want to be a fuck up. No, that's lies.
No, I'm saying you don't really understand the long game. You don't understand the implications of what you're doing now and how it's going to affect you later. You just don't know. You don't want to do work. You don't want to do things that are hard. You don't want to, that's the nature of a human, especially a child.
But I always say the nature of most people is to be rebellious. It's rebellion. They're literally telling you, hey, you got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. You got to do that. We don't want to do it, though. We want to do our own thing. We want to do what we want to do. We're not listening when they're telling us this shit. That's just the truth. We're being rebellious.
We're not
it's rebellion.
Listening. We are being rebellious, but you really don't have a concept of this right here is going to lead to this right here. We can see that as adults because we've seen it all the way through. I can tell you all day long, and it means nothing. It's just like telling a child, people who drink and drive die. What are they going to do? Drink and drive. Like, it's not real to a child.
But Kim, they told us though. They told us. If they didn't tell us, I could agree with you 1,000%. They told us. They telling you straight up, hey, you're gonna be a fucking flunky. You're gonna be worthless if you don't understand that 1 + 1 = 2. You're gonna be worthless if you don't understand basic math. You're gonna be worthless if you can't read. You're gonna be a dumbass if you can't read and you can't write. Everybody don't get bailed out and get to be R. Kelly because they can't read. And I'm not making fun of them. I'm not making fun of them.
But the point is, some people do. And so in a child's mind, well, I can still go to the NFL. I can still be a rapper. I can still be an actress. I can still be a model. I don't have to learn how to read. I can be a YouTuber at this point, you know. Granted, I understand what you're saying, but that's also what separates the top from the bottom. You're going to have some people who are going to hear you and they're going to apply it. And they're going to change and they're going to be different and they're going to excel. And as bad as it sounds, we got to have some people at the bottom. Somebody got to clean the toilets. That's always what I say. Like, somebody has to clean the toilets.
People who can't read.
That doesn't mean that we weren't told that this could be.
I'm saying that they didn't process it. Not that they weren't told.
No, that's not.
That they didn't have a good grasp on what it actually meant.
No, they didn't care. They didn't care. That's just the truth. They didn't care. They didn't care. That's just the honest truth. They didn't care. We all got told, hey, man, don't be a fuck up. You think it's that? You think that people are just telling you stuff. You let it go through one ear and out the other. So that's not true. That's not true. It has nothing to do with 2020 being hindsight, none of that shit. You were told, you get warned about this shit. They tell you. We don't listen. We don't. Just like that's why this man is in that video crying, because they're not listening. He's telling them and they're not listening. And all their teachers before that told them and they're not listening. It's just the truth. They don't want to, nobody wants to listen.
In that high school, I'm going to defend them kids because they wasn't always being taught either. But
not to take away from what this man is saying, and because he's 100% right, but do none of y'all know who he is?
I don't.
Darius Cooks, like, when did he start teaching? He used to be a scammer chef on the internet, but like I said, that doesn't take away from what he's saying. But yeah, just Google him, Darius Cooks. But anyway, I 100% agree with what he's saying though, because I get them on when they're adults and they can't read, they can't write. It's awful. And I don't know who to blame, whether it's the parents, it's like the chicken or the egg. Which one comes first? Is it the parents? Is it the school?
The parents come first.
The school systems have evaluation tactics. Like they do these tests, tests every year or every few years. I'm not really sure how often they do it, but to evaluate where these kids are and how do they get all the way to graduating high school and get into college only to not be able to read. Somebody dropped the ball.
I understand that's not their responsibility.
It may not be their responsibility, but they definitely knew that this child couldn't read if they couldn't pass a standardized test. So who does that get passed? That doesn't get passed along to anyone, the parents or no one. How does that? Somebody dropped the ball somewhere in the school system.
The parents dropped the ball initially because again, school is not here to teach you everything about life. School is here to reinforce some things.
They're supposed to.
That's why we can walk around and say. But I'm saying that's why we can walk around and say school should teach us how to cook. School should teach us how to change oil. Okay, that would be cool. But again, school is here to reinforce what you already learned at home. Some of these things you're going to have to learn at home. You're not at school all day, every day. And even if you were, those are not your parents. And truth be told, nobody cares about your kids like you do.
You at school more
Nobody.
than you at home. That's
So,
for sure.
so you go to school what? To reinforce what you learn at home? You don't learn algebra at home.
That's what it should be. Your
So you're
parents
supposed to learn
should be
algebra at
teaching you how to do
home?
things. First of all, I don't
Like,
think
so
algebra
all
is
this
necessary.
weird math that we learn from school that we don't need in the
Or
real world,
math,
we're
all
supposed to.
The school's job to teach.
I don't think those things are
Most
necessary.
math
I don't
does
think we
not go
need
past
geometry. But
3rd grade.
like,
I think the
I'm like,
parents
after you
should be
learn how to add,
reinforcing.
subtract.
Should be the other way
because
around.
this
Parents
is
should
your
reinforce.
child. Nobody cares about your kid like you do. You can't expect people to care about your kids.
But that's their right.
That
They
ain't
they are supposed to reach
They
certain
are trying to
standards.
get a check.
Understood, but in order to get that
Who's trying
check,
to
they
no
have
time
to
out?
do a
Who's trying to
certain
get a
job.
check?
The
Who's trying to get a
teacher,
check?
the school,
No,
everybody.
no,
Not
They're
all
trying
of
to.
them.
They're trying.
The teachers ain't going in the teaching for
Well,
checks. Stop. That's a lie.
No, I'm just saying.
Ain't
What
no
I'm
money
saying,
yet.
I'm not saying that.
lie.
No, hold on. I'm not saying that they're going there to be rich and famous or whatever. What I'm saying is they're going because they got a light bill to pay. If the school stop paying them tomorrow, they will quit. There's very few teachers who have a love for teaching in that way. They're like, yeah, teaching is cool, and they pay me. All right, cool, I'll do it. That's
there's
why
so
they're
many
doing
other
it.
jobs they
Most
could
people do
do.
their jobs for a check. I do my job for a check. If they stop paying me tomorrow, I'm gonna stop going.
Well,
I don't
that's
just love to
everything.
fly
But
like that.
Everybody
that's
needs
very
exchange.
narrow-minded to say everyone works for checks. Like, no, what are you? That's not the only people that are teaching.
Here's
Like,
the
they
thing.
love teaching. They love kids. They
don't.
care
Not
about
all
kids.
of
They're
them.
not just doing it for a check.
Not all of them. Let me
Well,
tell you something. When people can't find a job, what do? Go substitute until they find a job. They just trying to get a check until they
The
get
substitute teacher get paid like pennies. What are you talking about?
typically the rule
pennies is more
with
than
teachers
nothing.
is you know you're doing it from the heart because there really ain't that much money in it.
There ain't.
But the ones who do show up for the check, which is I think most of them
show up for the so they get this.
They could be working at Starbucks.
They get this
and not deal
shitty
with all
job.
this.
They put up with Joe Raggly ass kids for a check. There ain't no way. There ain't no
The
way.
school is passing
There ain't
them
no
through
way.
for funding. They don't care about your kids.
They're passing
teaching
who
would
through
be
for
better
funding.
if people were in it
And
just
that's
out of the love
absurd to
for
say
the children.
teachers don't care about kids. That's absurd. That's
I don't think
I think there are
I think some of them
who do
have
it
a
for the love.
passion for children and for trying to.
If y'all
But
are
one
speaking
thing I
about
think
y'all's
if you're
experiences from
teaching,
inner
you
city
know you
schools,
can't
I get
save
it.
them all. You can't save them all.
This is crazy.
The ones
This
who
is
start
insane.
crying are the ones who think they can save them all.
This is crazy.
But no, you should not be teaching for a check. That is one job that should come from the heart because it's
But I
you're
don't even
serving
think
your
it should be like
community.
that. To be quite honest, I believe the teachers should be the highest paid
They should.
salaries
Oh
that
yeah.
there are. Do you understand what would happen
They
to
put so much
American
effort into
society
it.
as a whole if we paid our teachers more than everybody else? We would attract the best of the best, the most qualified, and they would be passing that knowledge on. Instead, we got people who are like, well, I mean, I got a degree and I need a job. Go get my teaching certificate.
Well, parents, y'all are y'all children's first teacher. Y'all can send them to free daycare, aka school, but y'all have to make the efforts at home. Because the structure could be at school, but if the structure is not at home, school kind of ain't even gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
There's special ed teachers and they don't get any sort of like stipend for being special ed teachers. And you can't tell me these people are teaching disabled people for a fake fucking paycheck.
For a check.
There ain't no fucking way.
I'm not saying that there's 100% of teachers that do it for the
Well, you
check.
saying
I'm
most.
saying-
You're using like big
and I
words.
still believe most.
That's horrible.
I do not believe that most.
It's the first time
are
that
in
I've
it
heard
for
you
the
just
love
throw
of
shit
the
against the
kids.
wall and it ain't sticking. That's not true.
And I'm standing
there
on
ain't
it.
no
I
way.
do not believe that most teachers are in it for the love
And
of
you
the
don't know
children.
most
I just
teachers.
don't believe that.
You don't
But
know
what are they
most
in it for? Then
the check.
there ain't
What
no
check?
What check?
You get a better check at Starbucks, Kim.
Like making $2 is more than making $0.
The entry salary for a teacher straight out of college is like 25 grand.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, no.
I
ain't never heard no teachers say they here for the check. I ain't never heard that. And they will laugh at you. They would laugh at you for saying some shit like that.
Yeah. I understand that they don't make the most out of everybody. I get that. But what I'm saying is these people need a job and they wouldn't got one. And it's not
because that shit ain't worth nowhere near.
Job that required a 4-year degree.
That shit ain't worth nowhere near what they go through to be glorified babysitters. Stop.
Okay.
That shit ain't nowhere near. That shit ain't nowhere near worth what they go through.
And they find that out, and that's why we have a teaching shortage, because they get there and they're like, it's actually not worth it, and I don't love these kids like that, and I'm out.
No, it's because the kids are horrible.
They know
the kids are horrible.
You love the kids. You love horrible kids.
No, you can't. No. You're trying to move the goalpost. It's not.
No, if you love kids, you love them good. You love them bad. You only love good kids.
No, stop. Yeah. They love to teach. They love to teach. You're wrong. They love to teach.
You can teach pole.
No, stop, Kim. You're wrong. You wrong. You trying to make it seem as if they you gotta see you trying to make this seem as if they gotta love the kids. They don't have to love the kids. They can love to give people information and get joy from seeing people being educated.
100%.
They don't have to love the kids because the kids definitely hold on, wait. The kids aren't going to love them. They don't even love themselves. So you can't love the kids. You can love your job. You can love the task of wanting to see someone educated. It doesn't mean you don't love what you're doing because the kids are bad. You want out of it.
Why are they quitting?
I'll tell you this. Like this is totally different. This has to do with people loving other people's kids. My dad was a police officer for 35 years. He was a DARE officer. Then once they did away with DARE, he was a student resource officer. The amount of times that he came up for promotion to make more fucking money, he said, no, I want to be around the fucking kids. These kids need me. There ain't no fucking way that these teachers are putting up with this shit just for fucking 40 racks. That's not true.
You're right. They're quitting, and that's why
they're not. Shortage. No, they're not, because we still have teachers. They're not quitting.
There is a whole lot of them are quitting. Why is there a shortage?
They're quitting.
You said the majority of people are here for the check, but the majority of people aren't quitting.
But they are, and that's why there's a shortage.
No, it's not. If the majority of people wasn't quitting, there wouldn't be nobody to send your fucking kids to.
There's more of a shortage. There's more of a shortage of supplies than there's a shortage of teachers. That's not true.
The people
you could probably look that up.
And when they get there, they're like, this check ain't worth what I'm putting up with. And so they're like, I'm out. Not because they're like, oh my God, but I love the kids. I'm just going to do this forever and ever, even for $3 because I just love the children. No, the check is not worth what they're putting up with. And they don't love the kids that much. That is why there is a shortage.
No, it's not, because they know what check they're going to get coming out of college. They know the money sucks,
but they don't know what they're going to have to deal with.
Yes, they do. They all know it. They know what they're getting themselves.
Why do they quit then?
What did you say earlier? They know what they're signing up for. There's teacher contracts. They know what they're signing up for.
It's changed since 2020, though. It had even the Department of Education has changed. I will say that. I know for a fact since 2020, because I was working before, during, and after 2020. 2020 changed a lot. What was these school districts struggling? Perhaps, yeah. But I think COVID definitely made things worse. And then with Texas, I don't know if it's all of Texas, but I think they went down to like 4 days out the week because they don't have enough teachers. So
it's not all of Texas. But you know why COVID made it worse? Because they sent them home
an
to their parents who wasn't teaching them in the first place.
It was already an existing problem, so it made it worse. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, they lost 2 years of education, and then they just got passed along for the sake of getting passed along. Parents, y'all, school should be like a vitamin, like just a little supplement. You would not just give your children only supplements. No, you would feed them an actual meal, full course meals, 3 meals a day. You would
So
not just give them a
you
little
think
vitamin. School should be like the vitamin. The full course meal should be home. I know that's idealistic because a lot of these parents are not home. They're not parenting. They're just shooting out kids for some government benefits, some of them.
so so you think we should be teaching our kids like American history? Just because why? Just because we
Who is
should know
we?
it? Parents.
I'm just asking who is
Basics.
Parents.
You should be teaching
Why?
your kids
Like
how to
there's
read.
certain things that they
Teach
learn in school. Like
them.
why would a parent? Like I think there's a lot of stuff they learn in school. I'm like, why? But if it's a supplement, what you learned at home, like there's just certain things I wouldn't teach my kids. I think it's a waste of time.
For instance, you should
I
not
wouldn't teach
rely
my
on
kid
the
algebra.
school.
I haven't used algebra since I got out of school.
You shouldn't teach. You should not wait for a teacher or the school to teach your child how to read.
Okay, read.
I'll just leave
Facts.
it at that.
Read. I agree with that.
In writing.
But
reading and basic math. That's it. All this other shit.
Right.
Let them niggas teach you.
Right. I think it's the other way around. I think it should be, reading and writing
Why
is
do y'all trust
something.
teachers so much to give y'all children all this information? All these teachers are doing
teachers. A lot of it we don't even know
are
to teach
indoctrinating
it.
them.
A lot of people don't know what to teach it. So
y'all think the teachers?
Again, they're going
y'all
by
think y'all kids'
their
teachers know more
programming.
than
It
y'all
is
as their parent.
indoctrination. You should
would
be
you
teaching
say
your
it
kids
was supplemental
what it
if
is.
it was private school? Would you say that it should be supplemental
Yes,
if you were paying
it's
for
still
your kid?
supplemental because your children are only there for a certain amount of hours. Yes, even with private
You're at
school.
school more than
I'm
you're
going
at
back
home.
to
What are you
school.
talking about?
I got a fact check for Kim. I got a fact check for Kim ass.
Oh.
Yeah. So
You're real aggressive with
nationwide,
that, 'cause we can go back to the fact check from the
wait,
last
because
getting emotional.
I'm about to whoop on you.
Factual.
A nationwide teacher shortage exists in the United States. Data shows roughly 425,000 teacher positions are either unfilled or filled by underqualified, uncertified, or out-of-field teachers, impacting about 1 in 8 classrooms nationally. Kim, you were wrong. Everybody else was right.
Darius Cooks is one
Wait,
of them
where was I wrong? If they're
people.
uncertified and unqualified, they're doing it for the check, not because they sat up and said, "Oh, let me love on some kids, so let me go get certified." So I'm confused. How is that proving me wrong?
No, you was right. I was fucking with you.
Okay.
I'm like, he's trolling you because it.
No, she was right. I definitely was wrong. So, but I wouldn't say I still don't agree that they're doing it for the check. I don't agree with that. They're just doing it because this is what they love to do. They don't love the kids though. That's just because the kids are truly unruly. Like I don't agree that they're doing that shit for no check. It's not large enough.
No.
I'm sorry.
Baristas
You have to understand it. Okay, so why do people work at McDonald's?
That might be for the check.
Come on, man.
No, but let's talk about it. They probably make less than teachers. No,
you don't even
real
stop, Kim. You're not being real because you don't have to go to school. You don't have to finish school to go to work at McDonald's. Stop. You can work at McDonald's in high school. Come on, that's horrible.
There's no qualifications to work at McDonald's.
That's a horrible example.
It's not.
It's horrible. Yes, it is.
It's a horrible example.
Do teachers make more than the people at McDonald's?
Kim,
but they have to get a degree
to do a certain level. You have to go through a certain level of
teachers
education.
Make more money.
You have to take a certain exam.
You can't ask questions and not answer others first. You can't do that.
Stop. You're not making any sense.
I think so.
Okay.
You're not making any sense.
Okay, so can I get my questions answered?
You ain't answered that.
Not an answer.
Do teachers make more money than people at McDonald's?
Generally, yes.
Come on, man.
Okay. So maybe
they like a manager.
School. Hold on. So maybe they went to school so they wouldn't be making McDonald's money. Why do people work at McDonald's? You think they have a love of fries? They want the check. People go to work
This is the exact. This is just the most pathetic.
You're making it so simple.
Like
there's no nuance. It's not.
You don't have a barrier to entry. There's no barrier to entry to work at McDonald's, Kim. Why are you trying to compare this to something where you have to have a certain level of education to even get to this point? You have to go through an extended education to be. Ma'am, stop. You have to go through an extended education to be a teacher. Why are you trying to compare this
and go in debt for it?
Why are you trying to compare this to something that has no barrier to entry? You could just fill out it. Man, you probably ain't even got to fill out an application to work at fucking McDonald's now.
My brother worked at fucking McDonald's in high school.
Give me a job. Man. Give me a job. I'm here. I want to come work your fries. And they're just gonna be like, hey, fill out this tax information, and that's gonna be that.
Okay, so
you might not even have to fill out an application for.
So now I can go through the barrier and I can make twice as much as I would make at McDonald's.
This is beyond foolish, but
is it?
Yes. Yes.
No, I hear what you're saying, Kimberly.
Yes, it
if
is.
you sitting up thinking that these teachers love your children and just want to teach them.
Nobody said all teachers were.
Some of them are predators. They want to touch on your kids.
That
part. This is crazy. Anton, get your panel.
It's the truth. How many stories are coming out about these teachers touching on these children?
Not a lot.
I don't know what anybody.
Not a lot.
Stop moving the goalposts. Stop moving the goalposts.
There's millions of teachers, and there's a couple of hundred.
It doesn't matter if you want to. No, it wasn't brought up. It was stated out of just pure. I don't know.
Ignorance. Ignorance.
Not all teachers teach because they love kids.
Nobody said that. What we're saying,
I'm not going to say most of them are in it for the money
because they want to check. That's crazy to say.
That's crazy.
They don't make that much.
I mean, it's a job.
I don't think most teachers.
It's not a normal job because you have to have a certain level of education. You got to go through the crucible to become a fucking teacher. This shit ain't no regular shit.
There are too many people that I know who got degrees who were like, not sure what I'm going to do. Don't have a job yet. Let me go.
So you have shitty friends. Bet we understand. Got it.
Yeah, I do. Q.
That's fine.
One of my longest running friends.
That's fine. I didn't go to school to be a teacher.
This shit just got so weird.
I'm not one of your longest friends. Lies.
Not true.
Nope, lies.
Okay. That make you sleep better at night.
Found a spider in my bed last night. It was
crazy. Oh Lord.
I told you I'd have burnt that place down, but you do what you do, smash the spider against your skin. I would have died. But anyway, go ahead.
All right, y'all. Let's get these super chats out of the way. That was a good conversation. All right. So Clinton Clark sent $10. Said, Kim and I went to Elkins. I know about Wheatley on North Side near the Independence Heights. Did you know a Mrs. Floyd, English teacher?
I did. I had her and I cheered a year after her daughter, Aaliyah.
Small world. Clinton Clark said another $5. Said, Kimmy, I know. Oh, wait. Oh, he said the same thing again. I know about Wheatley, purple, black, and white, 5th Ward, the Bloody Nickel. Hashtag J Prince Hood, Missouri City, Elkins in the building.
Okay, Mo City.
Okay. The Shack 18 sent $9.99. Said, Kimmy is not lying. I'd had coaches hold letters from colleges because they didn't like me. Even had a coach from Baylor say, we've been trying to contact you. Dang. Jealousy. Aaron Talukas sent $5. Said, my son started reading at 16 months because I read to him every day since the first day he was born. At 6, he reads in 6 different languages, 3 fluently. Bravo to you, parent of the year.
Sounds confusing.
Well-rounded Leo sent $5. Said they need to bring back the Book It program. I became an excellent reader in order to win free Pizza Hut personal pan pizza.
Facts. They dropping those certificates, niggas.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't hear about that, but if they do it now, I'll read some books. I like
more books you read. You got points.
More pan pizza, nigga.
Or bring back like Scholastic books, like where it was like little book fairs. Like that was fun.
Oh, they still have book fairs.
They still have those.
Do they? Oh, I ain't got kids.
But the point is you get free. The point is you get free pizza. You don't get free shit.
Never mind.
You don't get shit free with Scholastic.
It was still fun.
Yeah, you had to pay. Nene sent $5, said, like I said yesterday, Molly used to be on point, but this week she doesn't make any sense. What's up, Molly? What happened? Clinton Clark sent $2, said Kimmy probably went to Fleming for middle school. Dang,
I did not. I went to Lanier and I had to apply, unlike the regular kids.
Aaron Two Lucas sent $2, said my 6-year-old son is learning algebra right now. Your 6-year-old son is a genius.
Right. Okay, because I'm struggling with that.
I learned algebra in 6th grade too. That was normal.
I think he said 6-year-old.
6 years old.
Oh,
6 years old.
I mean,
yeah,
but that's easy. It's this plus this equals the box.
Okay, but
Facts.
them letters
Love the
there. Why are
box.
these letters there? Why are these letters there? we merged two different
Fill
things.
in the blank space. That's easy.
All right.
Hey, Aaron.
Call Molly for your
the box.
Your mathematician needs.
Most math is at a 3rd grade level. Even accountants, they're not that smart. Most math is 3rd grade.
And we got calculators now, so
calculators, not calculators.
Calculators.
Just know how to divide, multiply,
add, and subtract. That's it. You'll be all right.
Daddy and the Caddy sent $10. Said went to Crenshaw High in South Central LA, then transferred to a magnet school. The difference in standards were staggering. Poverty isn't an excuse. The poor Asian single moms got their kids into Ivies.
They did.
Park Pyre's tax coach sent $5. Said, let me add context to who this teacher is. His name is Darius Cooks, a very successful business owner and YouTube success. I heard he was a scammer that sold pots and didn't give them to on the internet, and they never got to their house. But yeah, he had his own pots and pans line. Just Google him. He was on the Shade Room. Okay. Anywho, tells my age. All right. Daddy and the Caddy sent $5. Said, poor single moms from magnet school, but the tragedy is once you're in high school, it's too late. Study habits should have been formed in elementary. 3 Diglets sent $50. Said, only thing school does is measure how well someone can spit back information. That's from grade school all the way to university. Nothing to do with intelligence. So teachers shouldn't cry. Instead, he should feel motivated to train them to be robots. I don't like the sound of that, but thank you for the $50.
Essentially.
Yeah. Keith Perry sent $4.99. Said, I decided not to have kids because I could see how the kids were becoming more rebellious. I'd have to filter out schools, neighborhoods, friends, etc. Aaron Toluca sent $2. Said, my son reads a 150-page book and wrote an essay in one day. I'm telling you, your kid is a genius.
Get to it. Yes, Aaron.
Aaron Toluca sent another $2. Said, my 6-year-old read 20+ books this summer.
As they should.
That's how I was reading 300-page novels at 8. These parents are just stop putting these tablets in y'all kids. Yeah, stop putting devices into their faces. Force them to read. They'll read.
Day in the Life sent $9.99. Said, Q is right. Teachers and resource officers know they are going to know what they're going to make, and we do it anyway. So stop it if you have no clue. Tel G sent $2. Said, no Anton, no Sanchez, only Slim. Fire. BK Finest sent $5.
Sanchez. Hey, Anton.
Sent $5. Said, Kim and I, you probably never seen the movie Lean on Me or Stand and Deliver, which are true stories. Sorry, Kim, but you're so biased.
2 true stories? Okay.
Word Custom sent $4.99. Said, Kim's right. I have friends who went to school for one thing. It didn't pan out, but had credits to be able to be substitutes as a backup for the money.
Just saying.
Anybody with a degree can be a substitute teacher. You can have a high school diploma and be a substitute.
I would say an associate's degree. I think you can be a substitute.
And if you have a high school diploma, they just pay you like minimum wage. And you take a course. Anyway. Mark Pyre's tax coach sent $5. Said, I've got Darius Cook's cookware all over my kitchen. What scam are you talking about? Stop listening to the internet, child. I used to watch them
now
lives.
I'm looking them up now.
Is he really
Look, I used to
like a
watch his
salesman?
lives when he would be sending them pots out, and people would be like, "I ain't got mine yet." I don't know. He blocked them.
Hold on. When I put Darius Cooks, it says Darius Cooks teacher, Darius Cooks scammer, Darius Cooks controversy.
Okay, that's so. There you go. That's all I'm gonna say. We're glad you got your pots though.
Because men ain't usually crying over other men's children like this, but maybe.
He also used to throw parties where he cooked, and he would oversell tickets, and people would be pissed and because they want their money back. Anyway, Aaron to Lucas and another $2. Yes, yep.
I knew it. That's the home of the scammers. Okay.
No, he learning FOIL method and quadratic equations. Okay.
Quadratic equations.
Okay. R Hardy sent $4.99 says, so Candace will lose. Andrew will be smoking on a CPAC for real.
Y'all just mad she got a wife husband because that's not true.
A cigarette
Candace, Candace pack. Cigarette. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Candace pack? Oh,
well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
You so
maybe
Detroit.
Right, Mimi.
Jiminy Crickety sent $4.99 said, even if you never use anything you learn at school, one thing you do learn is how to solve problems. Some people do, and a lot of people don't. Megatron sent $2, said, I can read if there are pictures. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. We do have one more subject for y'all. So let's go ahead and get to it.
Let me give everyone an update of exactly where we are. A few weeks ago, Brian Atlas, a friend of mine who runs the Whatever podcast, offered up $100,000 for Candace Owens to debate with me about the murder of Charlie Kirk on his platform. He eventually raised it to $150,000, to which I said I would match it if we could actually debate on neutral ground. I expressed this story recently on the Joe Rogan podcast. Candace and her fans' reactions were volatile, to say the least. She issued a strange counter that I needed to pay her $500,000 and that TPUSA needed to, quote, claim me. Now, I don't work for TPUSA, so I couldn't grant that concession, as it would have been a lie. She followed with an offer of me paying $300,000 to debate her at her home on the topic of if Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk and if he was a federal patsy or not.
Patrick Bet-David was his second option. And I know that my fans are going to be very upset about this because they think that Patrick Bet-David and his crew over at Valuetainment have not been very kind to me. And no, you are correct. Certainly not Adam Sosnick. And, you know, they've thrown a lot of digs my way. That's exactly why I think it's a good pick. I want to remove the idea that this is in any way slanted. I don't want people to, even with Michael Knowles, it could have been like, oh, well, he's the godfather to her, whatever it is. They could have kind of pitched this as like, you know, in this way, I actually literally am outnumbered. This is his pick. I do trust, despite the fact I've always been able to compartmentalize. I'm a big girl. I can take people. You know, he platformed people that said things that were not true about me on after Charlie's assassination. Eric Bolling thing drives me insane still to this day, that he lied so much and said I hadn't spoken to Charlie since 2019. And I could be bitter about that. I'm not. I'm actually not. My main thing in doing this was wanting to have a moderator that I would trust to be in my home, who I don't think is a psychopath. I've been in Patrick Bet-David's home. I have met his children. I have met his wife. For whatever you think about what he thinks, and our many disagreements, I think that he will moderate fairly. I actually truly believe that he will moderate fairly, and that is my number one interest in this.
So she's going to accept the debate, and it's happening this Friday, tomorrow. Well, today, I guess you could say.
9 hours, but who's counting?
Yeah, I was going to say, Q, what you think? What you got to say about that?
I think Candace Owens has never lost a debate in her life. I think this dude is emotional. I think Candace Owens probably knows more about this case than any lawyer that's dealing with this case. I think the dude is stupid. I think that he's a liar. I think that paying someone $300,000 to talk to them is ridiculous. I think he's begging for, I guess that was like part of a crowdfunding thing. He was begging for his money back pretty much is what that was just paid. I don't think that's not the whole thing. The whole thing was like 5 minutes long. But at the end of it, he was asking, he paid $300,000 and now he wants his money back and he wanted it from his fans. So there's that. I don't think there's any, she's going to wipe the floor with this nigga. And the reason that she asked for $500,000 because she believes that he's backed by TPUSA. He said that he doesn't work for them. That's true, but he has done contract work for them. So take that as you will. So that's why she put those stipulations. She thinks because he ain't that kind of dude. He ain't got fucking money like that just to be giving someone $300,000. He got that shit from somewhere. And if you look, if you look at the people who's donated to the, what's it called? GoSend Fund. What's it called? GoSend, whatever. It's like people that's backed by TPS. Like there's some dude who gave like $15,000 twice.
Give, send, go.
Yeah, that. And some dude's the same dude, and he's like a big MAGA Republican. So this nigga didn't. You didn't have $300,000 sitting around just to give to Candace Owens. You got that shit from elsewhere. You ain't. That nigga was on Fatty's panel. He ain't nobody. Not to say Fatty's shit ain't nothing.
I think he's from Michigan. I think he's just like some dude from Michigan, to be honest.
You said
I don't
what?
know if he's. I think he's from. I haven't. Well, fact checking, please.
Isn't he that one whatever podcast? He's on that whatever podcast all the time.
Yeah, but he's from over here.
But that's not his podcast, right?
No, his whole thing.
I don't think so. No.
His thing is called The Crucible.
Candace didn't even know about this motherfucker. Candace learned about him from Joe Rogan, and he was talking shit. He was like, "Who the fuck is this dude talking shit?" So she started looking into him, and it's like no one really knows this dude outside the red pill space. Or outside the Manosphere space, they don't know who the fuck he is.
Okay.
But people outside the space who believe Candace, they just believe like men outside the red pill. They don't get down with what he stands for. He's always arguing with fucking women and debating women and OF fans and like real like true like the hyper masculine. I fucking used to kill people for living men. They don't fuck with this dude. Even though he portrays to be that. And he's not. So why would you go? Why? You're arguing with the woman. So if you win, it was a woman. If you lose, it was a woman. So what are you doing?
It's a debate, though.
And everyone, the premise still remains the same. Well, given how his rhetoric is the same, you lost something to a woman, no matter what it is. You lost to a fucking woman. So
no, it doesn't work like that in a debate.
People are like, what does Candace have to gain out of arguing with someone of this ilk? $300,000. And I can guarantee you, like, usually Candace, when she's on her show, by the end of her show, 600,000 views type shit. And she's only on there for an hour. She about to be on here for 3 hours plus. She gonna make $1 million by the time this. Well, they just said the Charlie Kirk case
for 3 hours. I mean,
she's made a lot of claims, and he's apparently debating her on.
I don't think she makes claims. I think she sees the information for what it is, and of course, she's probably more emotional than anybody because they were super close. But like, it don't make sense. Like I've kept up with the Charlie Kirk like every fucking day. I read some shit. He said Andrew has a big spot on Earth. That's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think.
But she couldn't have turned it down because honestly,
well, she did. Initially, she did. She said fuck it, yeah. Until he went on Joe Rogan, she did. She didn't pay any attention. Why can't she turn it down? Candace don't need money like that.
I mean, it would have looked bad if she would have said no. I'm not.
No, she said no. This ain't the first time. He offered it first on something else, and she didn't even pay it any. He did it before Joe Rogan. He did it on the whatever podcast.
Why is he
And
debating her about this?
She's been on there though, right?
Yeah, she's been on there too. Yep.
Yeah, she knew who he was. Andrew Wilson said she tweeted about him before. She knew who he was. She just probably just wanted to up the demand to see if he was really about that shit. I agree with everything Quentin said. The majority of Quentin said about Andrew Wilson. I don't think she could win the debate though, because she's still going off feelings and emotion. And she's even on the streams that I watched, she never proved anything. So all he has to do is stick to the hard facts, and he's just gonna win easily because she can't prove anything. It's hold on, sir. Everything that Candace Owens has been saying is strictly speculation. Like she doesn't
Like what?
unless she drops any truth bombs. Unless
like what?
Sir, I'm not here to go back and forth with you.
Well, no, I'm
Unless
asking.
you drops any, sir.
You can't just say stuff,
sir. It ain't your turn to speak. You can figure it out when you want to. I'm talking.
You're lying.
Like, I'm not, dude. I'm not here to go back and forth with anybody. No, I don't care what you think. This isn't about a debate of a debate. I'm here to speak what I got to say.
Go ahead, Slimmy. We listen.
I don't agree with you. You don't agree with me. It's cool. But the problem with Candace Owens is she was saying a lot of fluff. I thought she was gonna drop some truth bombs. I thought she actually knew something, and to me, it seemed like she didn't. It just seemed like she's just throwing shit at the wall, hoping that it stick. Like, for what I think and what she thinks, I don't think she can actually prove anything unless she actually drops the truth bomb. And I know she's not doing that. Because she's not doing that. But I never, I'm sorry. I never heard her speak on any of the angles, none of that stuff. I'm not saying that she didn't, but I never heard her talk about any of that shit. So everything that I heard from her when I was watching to see if she was gonna tell any truth, it was all speculation. So I think he gonna mop the floor with her because there's no way she could prove anything other things that she was saying on the streams that I watched. And all he has to do is stick to the basic information, whether I think he's telling the truth or not. That's all he has to do is hold his ground. She put herself in a situation where she has to actually fight so she could prove things against what the public knows. And I don't think she can. So I think she's going to lose the debate. Like, do I think she's a better debater? Absolutely. I think Andrew Wilson, I think he's a weirdo. He definitely can't represent Red Pill because he's a step baby daddy. He gets, like Quentin said, he gets very emotional over little shit. Like the smallest thing can trigger this dude, and he gonna go all the way off. He gonna start cussing, like he gonna start like saying ridiculous shit, personal shit, just because somebody said something truthful about him, a woman. She was all type of bitches, all type of shit, man. But I don't think he's ever gonna get to that point in this debate, and he's just gonna get a clear win because I don't think Candace Owens can really prove most of her claims.
Well, the way that this debate is structured, like Candace is on the side of the defense and he's on the side of the prosecution. With that being said, the onus of proof is on the prosecution, not the defense. Like it's not structured as a normal debate. There's also another stipulation in this thing. If you have ad hominem attacks, debate over, I win. Like it ain't.
Yeah, normal. That's what I'm saying. Like, but a real debate, you can't do that stuff.
But I'm just saying she don't have to prove her claims. And the thing about it is, if you watch Candace once and she was wrong, bet I get it. But when Candace is wrong, she'll come back the next day and be like, blah, and fucking say she was wrong. So you would have to watch, like I've watched her for the duration of the time, and she's come back and she's really careful with her speech. She hasn't given anything definitive. And all she's doing, she's not even making any claims. She's questioning everything that the prosecution has. Like all of the, and like you guys get down with it, like they call it the Fed slop. And like, I don't know if you know, every picture that they have of Tyler Robinson, he has like on a maroon shirt. There was hundreds of men in maroon shirts to this day. All the pictures from his mama's Facebook, Tyler Robinson had on the maroon shirt. What? It's a psyop. Tyler Robinson likes fucking maroon shirt, so this has to be him. This nigga in the maroon shirt, and it's just like I watched the whole thing, and I don't think there's any. I think they're gonna kill Tyler Robinson before it goes to trial.
Well, neither here nor there.
But she hasn't made any claims. She just asked questions.
Well, I'll say this: the stream, I watched 2 streams, and I saw more than enough. I didn't hear her say nothing. It was a bunch of word salad. She didn't prove anything.
What did she say? Like, what was her assertion?
She was just talking. She didn't say nothing. I mean, I waited for like 10, 15 minutes. I think I was messaging you that day when I was watching the stream. I was because I was like, and I messaged your car, and I'm like, yo, like she not saying nothing. Like she keeps saying that she's gonna tell the truth, and she didn't say nothing. Like it was just like nonsense.
She takes to the defense and she questions it. Like all of the pictures that they say this is Tyler Robinson, they don't look like the dude. Like some of the videos compressed, and you can tell like it changes. Like the dude in the normal stuff, he big and bulky. The compressed, that nigga's like slender, and like they showed him. They showed his car multiple times on cameras. And if you look at the car, like one's the V6 model of a Charger and one's the V8, and you can tell the difference. They
that
said
alone
that
can't win you the debate.
You say what?
That alone can't win you the debate, though.
Well, it's not going to win you the debate. I just think that he can't. He's definitively saying the prosecution is right, so he has to prove that. She's just going to ask that nigga a whole bunch of questions that he can't answer. She don't have anything.
It goes the other way, though. It can go the other way.
At the end of the day, the debate is pointless on both sides.
Now that I agree with 1,000%. It's
but I don't think there's any way, and I think he'll get emotional before she will. She won't get emotional at all.
No, she's not gonna get emotional. No.
So
I don't think he is either. I don't think it'll be in his best interest.
I'm really excited to see how this is structured because like I don't see how anybody can win because it's like what
I don't think it's gonna be based the way you think though. I don't think it's gonna be based just strictly off prosecution and defense. I don't think it's gonna go like that. I think it's gonna be a little bit more in depth, and I think that's how she's not gonna win.
But the thing about it, she's been 10 toes down on this shit for the beginning, and he just entered the fucking chat maybe a month ago, and she been on this shit 10 months. She knows more than him about this. She knows more.
You can't say that because you don't know what type of research he did. You don't know you don't even know what his angle is gonna be though. Honestly,
I'm gonna go like maybe I'm biased, but I'm gonna go with the woman who's been fucking balls deep in this shit for 10 months over a dude who he fucking contracted with TPUSA like maybe 3 months ago. Okay, so maybe you've been 3 months into the shit.
No, but think about this, Quinn. She's been doing this since the man passed away, and she's uncovered zero.
No, she has. She's uncovered plenty. She's seen so many inconsistencies of what the prosecution has done. They have some video of a blurry man climbing on top of a building, getting in a prone position, and they said that's the dude who killed Tyler Robinson. Never saw a gun. There was never a flash once he got in a prone position.
Tyler Robinson or Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk, you know what I mean? But they said definitively that's the dude who killed him. You never see a gun. This nigga gets on the roof, he runs across, he gets in a prone position. He's in the prone position for maybe 2 seconds. He gets up and runs, and you never see a 42-inch rifle. You never see it. You never see the fucking gun. But this is the video of him killing Tyler Robinson. Or Charlie Kirk. It's not correct. It's wrong. And then Tyler Robinson's just some bitch ass kid. You want us to think a regular high school kid hopped on the roof, took a shot in 2 seconds, and got the fuck out of there There's no fucking way. And the thing about it is, reasonable doubt is the fucking barometer. Like, all you gotta do is get one motherfucker that said, "Nah, that shit ain't adding up." And there's 0 pictures of him. Definitively, that's Tyler Robinson. They don't exist. They said over like 200 freaking flock cameras in this area. None of them have a clear picture of his license plate to say that's his car. Like, you thinking this is some Israel fucking conspiracy, you nigga, there ain't no way you don't believe. It's more likely she's right than the prosecution. Like, I'll watch the hearing to see if this goes to trial.
No,
Shit was crazy.
I don't think anyone's right. I think it's a psyop anyway. So
yeah,
that's why I feel like the way she's going about things, I don't think she has a strong argument. And all he gonna do is stick to the hard facts. See, in a debate, only thing you have to do is prove your side over the other person's.
That's so they have fact. They said they're gonna have fact checkers.
Oh, they did say that. Yeah. So, but those fact checkers are gonna, because most of the things that I've heard, from what I heard Candace Owens say out her mouth, is just theoretical things, theoretical statements, maybe word salad. I never heard her say anything definite. That dude
doesn't speak in that manner. She don't speak like that. She can't, because she'll get fucking sued. If you speak in definitive and say this is what it is and it ain't, she'll get sued. She's allegedly, maybe this is my opinion. She don't speak like that, bro.
I'm talking about the things that I heard when she started saying, "I'm gonna unleash the truth." You saw that episode. I know you were watching it. Yeah, and she didn't prove anything. She was just talking.
She's unleashing what she believes is the truth.
And that's why I think she's gonna get her boots smoked.
I don't think so.
If she wins, cool. I mean, I don't have a dog.
I don't know how you determine who wins. It's an opinion. Like, are they going to hold up somebody's hand and say
no one really wins because no one has subpoena power? It's not like any of this is going to court or anything like that.
No. You do win.
The only reason that Candace is taking this position because she found out that this dude at some point in time has worked for TPUSA. That's why she put in the stipulation that, hey, TPUSA has to come out and say that I'm backing you for this. That's why she put it. That's the only reason. Like, she hate them niggas. She hate what they did to her best friend. And nigga, get yourself a fucking best friend like Candace Owens. Just saying.
Do you think people are watching because they generally want answers about Charlie Kirk, or because they want to see Candace and Andrew fight?
I think the right and the left this is like they're coming together over this shit. It's crazy.
How so? What do you mean?
Like fuck the government. Like, we're like, fuck y'all. Like, y'all are doing some grimy ass shit because the initial narrative was like he was killed because of his trans and LGBT beliefs, and Tyler Robinson had a trans furry like boyfriend.
Oh God.
So and it came out that ain't true. Like, they interviewed the dude. And they said, has Tyler Robinson ever spoke of Charlie Kirk? No. Nigga, so we gay together and I killed a nigga, but I never talked about him? That's insane. That's reasonable doubt. It's just too much stuff that don't make sense. Like, they had text messages. She think these are Dr. Two. They had text messages from Tyler to his boyfriend, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just hanging around the school. There's too many cops. Blah 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 blah." Anyway, he was like 200 miles away eating, and he has the receipt, but he's having these text messages saying he's right down the street from the school. Like, it's just, I'm not the conspiracy kind of person. I don't believe the government be fucking us, but when the shit's right in their fucking face, I can't, like, you have to quit. It's just too much shit that don't fucking make sense. And I think if you put this in front of people, it's dripping with reasonable doubt, and I think they're gonna kill him before they go to trial. Something's gonna happen. They just put him in protective custody like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I agree. Yeah.
Chirp, chirp.
Is there?
Well,
what the fuck?
Is there? Do you guys
I
think?
agree. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Molly. Go ahead, Molly.
Oh
go
no,
ahead.
I was just gonna say I agree with Quentin when he said get you a friend like Candace because she's not letting up off of the issue,
Not.
regardless of what anybody has to say. She wants to know what happened to her friend, and I
The
respect
prime
that.
fucking minister
She
within
knows what
24 hours of him dying said we didn't do it. What the fuck?
She
So
knows
weird.
she knows what happened. It's a psyop. It's one of the.
I think
He
them
was
playing it on a gay
he was
man
one-
is the psyop.
he was one of them G
That's just
men.
too easy.
He was one of them G men. So
Yeah, the MAGA wants to be like it was the LGBT liberals did it, and there's no way.
That's an easy scapegoat.
Facts.
No, the whole thing is a psyop. Like, but believe what you want. He's one of them G men. This is. I would say you could do a deep dive and you'll find out that everything ain't what it seems.
How do you think he died? How do you think Charlie Kirk died?
I'm willing to bet
Oh.
that Slimmy doesn't think that he died, and I'm kind of.
I don't.
He
I
don't.
don't. I've said it several times. I think that man is alive and well, just like people said George Floyd is alive and well. Yeah, I mean, they play with people like this. I'm telling you, that's them G-men. Y'all could believe what you want. None of that shit makes sense. This dude had a chunk in his neck, and miraculously he got shot in the neck, and you could see this dude standing right in front of him doing like this. And there was no body. Like, they cleaned up the scene immediately. Nah, dog. But you could do a deep dive for yourself and find out for yourself what the truth is. I think people are doing deep dives into the wrong thing. But if you start looking into other aspects of what the truth is, you will find it. That's why I don't think Candace Owens is trying to prove anything. She's just gonna get the bag. But I don't think she can actually win against Andrew Wilson with his with what he's standing on. I think Andrew Wilson has a greater chance of proving himself than Candace Owens, because theoretically, I think she's incorrect with the way she's approaching things. Plus, I also think she really knows the truth.
So I wouldn't do that to Kansas. She doesn't seem like that kind of person. I'll leave it at that. Why I think that, but it doesn't make sense. They said he got shot in the neck with a .306 bullet. There's been thousands of people on the internet shows what that bullet does to flesh that are thicker than a fucking neck. And the internet is undefeated. And it's more likely than not, how she thinks he died is probably more accurate than somebody got shot in the neck with the gun of that magnitude, and you got shot in the neck, and you just.
So we all saw it. You saw
and
it.
he just like, there was no blowback, there was no like force. It was just like, and he fell over to the side, and that's more in line with the whole mic. Something came from the mic and to his neck, and then the pictures of the mic in the car in disarray. Was all
you could do some. You could do that.
and,
I could send you some videos of what really happened, and then it'll start to make sense to you. You just gotta.
So
watch
there's a big trial that hasn't happened, but Slimmy from YouTube has what really happened. Is that what you're asserting right now? That's crazy. You can't say, that's
not what I'm asserting.
I mean,
you have something that really happened.
That's not what I'm asserting.
It's not going to show.
That's not what I'm asserting. That's not what I'm asserting. I said I'll send you the videos of people who can prove things because this is their profession that have dispelled all of this, sir. Has nothing to do with me.
Because I've watched.
It's not about belief. It's about what you can prove, and specialists that can tell you about everything that happened at the crime scene and what's wrong with it and why they're lying to you about what took place. Professionals, not me.
Who's lying? I'm on the side of Candace. I know the government's lying. I know he didn't get shot in the neck with a gun with a 306. It didn't happen.
So what happened to him?
I'm so confused.
Me
He
too.
didn't get shot in the neck.
So what happened to him?
So do you think
mic?
that he's dead, or are y'all on the same page?
No, I think that there was a
I thought I saw
mic.
him lose his life in front of my eyes.
There was a mic that blew up, and some shrapnel went into his neck. Is more likely the case. If you haven't kept up with it, it makes no sense. But there's pictures of this mic blown up in the car, putting the pieces together. Like if you're just hopping in it in the middle of the shit, it don't make sense to you. But I've been looking at this shit since he fucking died.
In the middle when I
You're
made my
you're
assertions
not like
way before, dude. You can't tell me what
anybody on this panel talking to me about this Charlie Code case is the same thing as Andrew Wilson talking to Kansas.
It doesn't mean that
it's the equivalent.
You're 1,000%
y'all
wrong.
ain't been in it
You
like
didn't,
me, Candace.
sir.
Well,
So y'all
let me
can't
say
even
this.
discuss
When it
it.
first started, I can say for sure
No,
that
hold
Slimmy
on.
and I were sending messages about it, so I know that he's looking into it.
You changed your stance since this is taking place.
Because more stuff happened. I always change my stance so I get more information.
No more stuff happened, nigga. That shit been. No more stuff hasn't happened. No more things.
More evidence has come into light. As more evidence comes to light, I changed my stance. There's no way that a 306 bullet did that to his fucking superhero fucking neck.
Go listen to what the professional said about the crime scene, and then make your assertions from that.
Who's the professionals?
Okay, so
what professionals? The ones that are in court that I listen to. I listened to 5 days of court fucking hearings about this shit.
Don't care, man.
So
that
the professionals you talking to, if they weren't
that
testifying in court, I don't want to hear about it.
Bro, this is way before the courts got involved. What are you talking about, Quentin? This was right after it happened. I've been done with this. I don't believe the same things that you do, but I didn't believe it from the beginning, and I also went and did my own research. So just because you listen to what happened in the courtroom, it don't even mean that they're telling the truth in the courts. That could be a psyop too. More than likely, that's what it is. Because honestly, if you did any research, you're gonna know that it shouldn't have been no funeral. It shouldn't even be a court case. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think Charlie Kirk really passed away. Golly,
No.
when I die, please, I hope it never makes
I do.
social media,
I
the
think
internet,
the dude is
nothing.
dead.
Let me just die in peace.
And the assertion that
Hopefully it don't get
Candace
recorded.
knows that he's alive, I think is 1,000% ridiculous.
He didn't say Candace knew he was alive.
Yes, she did. He said he knew that Candace knows what happened, and he's asserting that he's not dead. So that would lead me to believe she knows what fucking happened.
I think she does know what
Logical
happened.
conclusion.
I think she does know what happened.
Y'all don't think that man was in that casket with those pictures?
I think his wife was weird and kissing yellow hands.
There was no dead body. There was no dead body removed from the scene.
I think he's deceased.
Dead body removed from the scene.
I don't know what y'all saying.
They put him in the car to take him to the hospital.
There was no ambulance.
The reports.
There was no ambulance. It wasn't a real ambulance.
I'm in a group chat.
Wait.
They was shaking and banking on the way to the fucking hospital in a Suburban.
It was an ambulance on the scene, but it wasn't a real ambulance. So just take that as you will.
I wasn't there. Oh.
All I know, I seen that
God rest the dead. Like I don't.
And that was tragic.
No, there's no pics of.
If there's one thing that people can't prove,
I saw that man
the disappearance of dead bodies that aren't dead.
Me too, Molly. That's what I saw.
I mean, but we saw JFK in the same kind of video, but
head blown open. Like, they had his autopsy reports.
But I'm saying, like, the reports of these things are like all over the place. Even if you take Epstein, like, is he that dude in Florida or is he dead? I mean, just like you just never know, truthfully.
Yeah, I think.
I guess my grandma Luby ain't dead either.
I think too many people see this.
I saw her at the grocery store the other day. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna bring back Grandma Luby and her fucking cake, nigga.
That's the ignorance.
Ain't nobody dead to y'all, nigga. Tupac still alive, running around this bitch.
Bro, listen, man. Bro, listen.
He in Cuba.
Listen.
Tupac been everywhere since that nigga been
Tupac's fucking dead. Tupac's fucking dead. Believe that. He's fucking smoked.
He raising his grandkids.
How do you decide who's dead or not?
I mean, I think that's a valid question.
I will say, I think so too.
I just pick and choose what feels good to me. I don't know.
I don't.
Like we have.
I know he wasn't one of. He ain't one of them. Tupac wasn't one of them people, and he got into it with a gang member, and he got fucking smoked. He got
Charlie
fucking
Kirk
smoked.
went against Israel, and he got fucking smoked.
Isn't that trial coming up?
Smoked.
That trial's coming up.
Yeah.
What trial?
Tupac is
right
dead.
now.
Oh, it's happening right now. Keefy
Yeah, it's
D?
on YouTube.
Yeah.
The dude who killed Tupac. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I don't think this Andrew Wilson character. I don't think he has any chance.
We will see because it airs at what time tonight?
I was like, now you got me wanting to watch it.
It's at 10 o'clock, so we have 9 hours. It's like, dude, it's like fucking Christmas tomorrow. It's called the Great Debate for a reason. And fucking Patrick Bet-David is the fucking moderator.
10 a.m., 10 p.m. You said?
I live in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
That's Central Time. 10
So,
o'clock. If you go to Patrick Bet-David's podcast, if you go to Candace podcast, you should see it there. But yeah, I think Candace used to be like a hardcore MAGA, and as soon as them Epstein files came out, she said, "Screw." She was like, "Nope."
That sounds real familiar.
You're pretty egregious.
and that's why I believe Candace, because when shit changed, she fucking changed. She ain't this stand on business no matter what motherfucker. She ain't that kind of, because she used to be a fucking Democrat. Then she switched over to a super right leaning. Then she came more to the center. She's just a conservative type chick now. So, and she wasn't emotional because she waited some months before she said anything. She said, "I'm emotional as fuck. I'm off the internet. That's my best friend. I'm gonna chill out for a little bit."
And she was pregnant, popping out all them babies.
She pregnant right now. She pregnant on her 5th kid. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Candace, don't let this
doing
stress
the Lord's
you out,
work.
girl.
Well, I look forward to watching it tomorrow. Hopefully, I make it on this mountain tomorrow, and I get to watch it live.
What you mean? What time is your thing in the morning?
Yeah, I probably won't sleep tonight. I'm probably just still awake, but I gotta leave.
I won't sleep because this shit's fucking Christmas to me.
What time does it start? 8 a.m.
I can't wait to wake up at fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. Shit.
It's in the morning.
Yeah, that's weird. I thought it was gonna be like in the 5 o'clock.
Exactly, Molly. I'm like morning.
Yeah, it's in the morning.
Yeah, I might catch the replay.
I'll catch the replay.
10 hours from now. Yeah.
Nope, I'm about to be in there super chatting, talking shit and everything. I'm gonna say
Ooh,
Slimmy
I
said
wanna
from
watch it
I'm
live,
gonna say
but
Slimmy said from after hours Charlie wasn't dead.
Lord have mercy.
There'll be plenty of people who agree.
Sheesh.
Plenty of people know who he was. They know he was a G-man.
At the end of the day,
and anything with them G-man, it's gonna be a psyop. Start looking up that shit, man. Start looking it up.
Jay-Z is a G-man. People still love Jay-Z.
That don't mean
that's why they love him. That's why they love him.
Perhaps
they don't realize that they don't realize it. Like,
I agree.
That's why he's popular. This dude ain't nobody's. He's not the most talented rapper ever. It's plenty of people from Brooklyn that are way more talented. He stole lyrics from his best friend, supposedly. He been stealing songs for forever. 99 Problems But a Bitch Ain't One. Never mentioned that's Ice-T song. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Apparently that runs in the family.
Oh.
Just saying, I've been watching a lot of documentaries.
y'all better be lucky they don't be watching this podcast for all the defamation y'all be having on these people's names.
It's not defamation, dog. It's not defamation.
Andrew Wilson probably watches Anton.
You can literally look up. You can literally
Well, of course, like I would have said that if he was on Fatty Show, he probably
the
did tell the
fact
truth.
that you can look up the fact that Jay-Z done stole plenty of songs. They got the lyrics and they have the lyrics to the original songs that play, and then they play his version of it. I don't understand. That's not defamation of character. That's facts. This isn't hard to figure that shit out. But you're not in the music realm. I think you should stay out of this one. Because you're gonna take an L on that.
Stay out.
Defamation.
I mean
defamation, Jay-Z, get on this nigga.
It's not defamation because he actually knows it, because he actually tried to preface all the stealing that he was doing by, when I take my brother lyrics, when I take the lyrics, I'm bigging up my brother. He had to preface that shit. He was
Shout out to
Jay-Z.
So I rock with you.
He had to preface that shit in the verse.
Shout out Beyonce.
They not gonna save your life.
No, everybody.
Shout out
don't
Blue
do that
Ivy.
shit.
Shout out Blue
Everybody
Ivy.
don't do that shit, Kai. No, you're wrong. Everybody doesn't. It's a lot of people that keep straight up lyrics. They write their own shit. It's not sampling, and it's
Shout
not
out Taylor
paying
Swift
homage.
for writing her own lyrics.
It's not paying homage when you do this shit a million fucking times. I can see you doing that shit maybe a couple times, but fuck that, dog. All these lyrics that they got of this nigga, and he was stealing songs from people who wasn't even fucking popular. So imagine the lyrics that we don't know from people who who made songs that never touched the radio, that he just heard somebody perform that opened up for him. And he stole their shit. I know somebody that Nelly stole a song from. I know that this nigga had a song 5 years called Don't Step on My J's, and this nigga Nelly came out with something very similar, some shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Like, stop. Like y'all terrible for even thinking that this nigga ain't a thief.
Shout out to Biggie Smalls, still alive.
Oh Lord. You know, when we get to talking about music, we get a little derailed. So
yeah, but say the rest of it, AR. Say the rest of it, AR.
I wish I could see the chat. What y'all
Shout out
saying?
Abraham Lincoln.
No, you don't.
No, he said, no, AR
really
said,
don't.
I'm not a biter, I'm a writer for myself and others. When I say my brother, when I say my boy lyrics, I'm only bigging up my brother. He was saying what I was saying. You know the rest of that shit.
All right, y'all. Well,
that's not sampling, Julie. That's not sampling.
We've moved off the subject of Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson. Let's go ahead and do these super chats, y'all.
Let's go to bed. That's what I heard. But go ahead.
It's y'all know it's time. You know it's time. Stop playing. Who is that?
Cam Coleman, Arch Manning. Cam Coleman, Arch Manning is coming. 25 days.
Nah, Chris, Anton ain't gonna pop up to debate that. He know about that shit. He know Jay-Z wrong for that. He ain't gonna pop up to debate that.
All right. Daddy and the Caddy sent $5, said Kim is right. Teachers are more capable than baristas, but less than mechanics. The credentials, not that rigorous, are commensurate with the pay.
See, Daddy know what he talking about.
Watch the Screen sent $5, said Q is an idiot. Andrew got on the biggest pod on earth by being a no one, shaking my MF head or whatever. Be nice, watch.
No. I think Quentin is right on that part. Andrew Wilson got backed by Turning Point to even end up on the Joe Rogan podcast so they could do this. I think this is all a plot by Turning Point to shut Candace Owens up. Now, I don't know why you can't see that as a possibility, but there's no way this dude goes from, and this is no disrespect to Fatty, there's no way you go from Fatty's panel and then 3 months later you on Joe Rogan podcast by mistake. That's like somebody being on real talk. That's like somebody being on After Hours and then they miraculously just end up
on Candace Owens.
Talking to Candace Owens yesterday. Y'all don't know where I'm going, so just know that.
No. This is honest. That's just honest. Like that shit doesn't happen by mistake. That shit is by design.
Yeah.
Somebody had to move some shit around and push some buttons for him to end up over there. That's just the truth. So this is all by design.
Watch the Screen sent another $2. Said she was on whatever. Also, you dumbass. Oh Lord.
I don't know what that has to do with her knowing him. I don't understand.
Watch the Screen sent another $5. Said Andrew is a mechanical engineer. He's never claimed to be red pill or manosphere. He's a Christian fundamentalist and denounces promiscuity and red pill. Green Blaze the Fly Eagle sent $5. Said, I think Candace will cook Andrew Wilson. I love that leopard top, Mimi. Oh, thank you, Green Blaze. That's so sweet. R. Hardy sent $9.99. Said, I see why society is messed up. We have grown adults on this panel who can't decipher between actual facts and people making up things on the internet for clicks and likes and views.
Likes.
I think he meant likes, but like
I was like, you get lights?
Yeah, girl, I read it right. I thought he meant.
No, I was excited about the lights. I was
Me
like,
too. I'm like, where the lights?
I hate when people like send super chats like this, like they have like definitive answers. Like, you see what the fuck I see. You have your opinion. No one knows who's right or what's fucking wrong.
Megatron said $2. Said I had lunch with Jimmy Hoffa today. Stories.
Pretty awesome.
It did a long time. Megatron sent $5. Said I'm one of the 5 best rappers of all time. Megatron, and Megatron.
Best wide receiver ever. Shout out to Calvin Johnson.
I'm number 6.
Shout out Detroit Lions.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. We really appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. We are going to see y'all next week. Y'all have a wonderful weekend and good night, my people. Slimmy, you are muted.
Wait a minute, Mimi.
Fuck Andrew Corvette.
I want to address something.
Oh, go ahead.
Like all you motherfuckers in the chat, I never said that Andrew Wilson wasn't grinding. And okay, it's cool that he was on Joe Rogan before, but the timing of this is very much intentional. The timing is very much intentional. Stop playing games like you can't see that shit, bro. Stop. Come on, man. Be logical. Peace.
All right, y'all have a great weekend. We love y'all. Bye. Bye.